Alrighty, I think it's about time we go ahead and get things underway. Ah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy, oh God, what is today? Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully it's been a productive day. Nope, it's the weekend. What am I doing? Hopefully it's been a calm and relaxing day for you, as Saturdays always should be. But whatever you would do to describe the day as good, hopefully it's worked out for you. Soup, good to see you, bud. Welcome on in. Disguised Bark, good evening. Or I get closer to morning for you, but I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. And Machiavellian, so good to see you, bud. I hope you're feeling better today. Hopefully less flu-like symptoms. And if you went to work, hopefully they took it easy on you. But it's good to see you, bud. Let's go ahead and pause our music. That did not effectively pause the music. That's fine. Swap it to our main monitor view. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back for one last time to Neverwinter Nights 2. So last night, I said it was potentially the end. I wasn't too sure, and it's a good thing I wasn't too sure, because it wasn't the end. We did almost every side quest. We did all 3 companion quests, and now I would say we're probably halfway through the second to last main story, and then it's the main story quests from there, all 3 of them, I imagine. So basically, I don't know how much longer this is. It could be the full stream. It could be like 2 hours. So, as I said last night, if we ignore the fact that the dude's ponytail is slipping through the helmet. Anyways, as I said last night, if we finish early enough, what we do is we cut the stream for the sake of the VOD, start it back up 2 seconds later with No Man's Sky. I could just keep the stream going, obviously, but that's a lot more work whenever it's time for uploading to YouTube, so just cut the VOD. And then we'll just swap to No Man's Sky, do the expedition, because that's what we're going to be playing until I leave for my forced vacation. Fun. And yeah, that's the game plan from there. Or we'll talk about Stardew Valley mods, I guess, because I'm still revising that. But first, we'll get back into this. Got around to the doctor. They said not to go back to work until Tuesday. Good. Hopefully they gave you some medication to help as well. Glad you're feeling a little bit better. Make sure you're taking it easy for now, though.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. It is pretty neat, Sue. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to it. So where we left off, we finished all the companion storylines, so let's run it down. Mantides. The fallen paladin of Lathander. I would not say that I pushed him down the path of darkness, but I definitely did not stop him. So, he has fully wandered the path of darkness, and he is now a vindicator or paladin, whatever you want to call him, in the name of Shar, the goddess of the night. For those that are familiar with Baldur's Gate 3, that is Shadowheart's deity, more or less. You know, so there's that. On the flip side, our cleric here, Charissa, we more or less subtly steered or just stayed out of her way as she went to become more devout in the name of Tyr. So she's full on lawful good, fucking hell yeah. Tyr's the shit. While Mantides has succumbed to the pain in his heart and given himself to Shar. I'd like to think that that's the most lawful evil approach I could take. I did not interfere in their choices. I went. You can look at my example and walk your own path. And as a result, he has walked down the path of darkness, while she is more committed to her faith than ever. So, you know, it is what it is. As for, Renara, I don't know why I forgot her name. As for Renara, we killed her ex-partner because he tried to kill us. And yeah, that's that story. Um, no, no, no real, no real crazy tidbits there. As for the night masks, we've discovered that at least some of the night masks are vampires, so we're going to eradicate them. All my homies hate Char. Yeah, Char kind of fucking sucks, but this character is lawful evil. So the way I view that is we're not here to influence those kind of decisions. Walk your own path, as long as it's within the law. It's within the law and your own morals. And kind of took a 50-50 split there. One person super good, one person super bad. But I think it's funny.
My steel shall lead the way.
Oh, he's now just neutral evil.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. Yeah, I know, Dark Mantides. I'm sorry about. I wish that wasn't his name. That was my thing with it. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, murder that guy. Yeah, go down the path of darkness. We're just like, the only decision was whenever the father of the Night Mask that he killed was like, I'm going to keep hunting you. I'll kill you if you don't kill me now. Our character was like, he said it himself. He's not going to stop. So, you know, if you want to be done with this, you got to kill him. And Mantides went, you know what? You're right. There's no honor in it, but though I would disagree. It was in an arena. It was a battle to the death. Therefore, there technically was honor. But semantics. The point is, other than that, I've not made any decisions for Mantides. And even then, that was just, if you want to be done with this, you have a chance. So, where I left off, we need to get into here, I have a gold coin. We need to get into a underground club called Kajil's. I don't know what to expect there, but we're going to do it. All the other side quests are done. Unfortunately, the shop owner here shut down Okuzo. We helped her kill the noble that was trying to run her out of business. Was not our intention, but they came in and apparently pissed on her family heirloom. So, we went, yeah, no, she should probably die. So it is what it is. Douglas Dick Dingler. They do call, Charissa does call Mantides D-Man, I guess. So it checks out. But yeah. So now we head to the underground. We get into that club and see where it goes. I got a feeling, by the way, that the story's probably got I would probably say an hour or two left. And then we're off to space. That thing. It was probably a troll if I had to guess. Because the thing about Westgate, and this is why I thought a lawful evil character worked for this story. The thing about Westgate is this place is also populated by quote unquote monsters. There's bugbears in the streets, lizard men, trolls, werelion. Yeah, that was probably a troll. This is like a huge ass melting pot, more or less. We're gonna stop at the inn to rest real quick. But yeah, Githyanki. Now, how accurate is that to lore? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Probably not too accurate, let's be honest. But this is designed by an outsourced studio, so we take what we can get. Just pop it in here, because you can't rest in the streets. That one dude, is he oot in a boot? Let's go see. No. Alright. Yeah, like I said, we got the bugbear there. Alright. No other very strange people. But yeah. Pop a squat, take a rest. Alright. Let's go, gang. Back out into the streets. I think there's a place in the underground where we could have rested, but fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, we also became the champion of the arena. That sucked. The group fight was awful. It was like fucking 6v4. 2 spellcasters dropping days on everyone. Oh my god, that took like 30 fucking minutes. If I was better at the game, I'm sure it would have been fine, but this game really just feels like a lot of point and kill. When you're playing any kind of fighter, at least. If there was any recommendation I could have in this game, by the way, if you want it easy, play a fighter. If you want it interesting, play any kind of spellcaster. Whatever you do, don't play a ranger with like bow and arrow or anything like that. That would be the biggest waste you could do, I think. I think it's hands down the least designed fucking aspect of the game. Alright. But that's just me. I'm sure there's people out there that make it work. I feel like I see most people comment, you know, the dozens of them that played this game. I think I've seen most people comment that they don't do ranged because with the whole ammo factor and everything, it really sucks. You can't rely fully on it. Just doesn't do the damage that magic or, you know, fighters can do. Melee. The strange robed woman materializes from the darkness to confront you once again. He still struggles to unmask himself, but the mask grows more snug, more familiar. Will he recognize himself without it? What is it this time? Our paths have finally become one. He will speak his name into the reflection so that he may enter the Temple of the Faceless. There, we will make our proposal. Okay. Interesting. No stealth archer. Yep, no stealth archer here. Very accurate. As much as I love stealth archery. Should we pivot and do that? Fuck it. Cadus Malvin. Oh! I probably should have saved before doing that. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save. You know what? No, we have a hard save file. We can go back if we need to. He comes to us as we hoped. We have an offer to make him. What is it? He believes we have spoken before, but we have not. He spoke to another. Come forward, sister. We are pleased he has come. We welcome him to the Temple of the Faceless. I haven't touched a drink in days, and yet I'm seeing double. We share an appearance. For now, when the time comes, we will adopt a different guise. We follow the example of our Lord, the Faceless. Do you willingly follow him, or are you his thralls? Neither. We worship the amorphous power of the Faceless, not the will of the being who wields it. That being is transitory and of no import to us. In other words, we worship the mask, not the one who wears it. It's different from his worship of Bane, whose will he reveres and seeks to enact. What's your offer, then? In our worship, we have uncovered details about the physical manifestations of the Faceless. This knowledge is of little interest to us, but he may find it valuable. In exchange for this knowledge, we seek an artifact that symbolizes the great mystery of the Faceless. A cloak currently in the possession of one known as Malavan. Wow, that's actually close to our name. We have tried to obtain this cloak from Malavan, but that one is most uncooperative. If ye could convince Malavan to give him the cloak, we would trade our information. Very well. He can find Malavan at the edifice known as Kajil's. We understand he has recently obtained access to this place, which is barred to us. He will return to the temple with of the Faceless when he has the cloak, and we will make the exchange. Alright, so it's a good thing I came here instead of going to the to Kajil's and then checking in on them. That would have been an extra step. Potentially not a step we could make. We don't know. Maybe once we go into Kajil's, we're never coming back. Or we'll never be able to go back. Isn't that the fun of it? Ugh. Sometimes I miss Stealth Archer in Skyrim. I wouldn't do it again. I don't know. We might play Skyrim again for like a day or two one day. I still haven't removed all those mods. Because the thing is, once I remove them, I'm never like, I think I'm done with Skyrim for good. It's so much work. You again, what is it now? I'm here to enter. Hand over the token then, nobody gets access, yada yada yada. Here. That'll do. Stand back. There, the portal is open. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Alright. Off to Kajil's. Wonder what to expect. I feel like this is going to be like a really vibrant place. You end up playing it. Yep. You always end up playing Stealth Archer of some kind in Skyrim, even if it's just for 5 minutes. There'll always be that quest where you're just like, it's easier if I just use the bow. Interesting place. Holy shit, is that Lae'zel's armor? Basically. Huh. Well, there's a basis for it even back then, huh? Anyone with a name? Vander Gracie? Adventures? Hey, how we doing?
Wait, what can I get ya?
Client later, Kajil. Talk to them in a bit. What's up, Gracie?
Good tidings to you.
Don't mean to be rude, but I'm really not in the mood to talk right now. But you look so sad. Probably because I am. Life's not exactly rosy right now, but everyone has problems, and no one wants to hear me complain. Yeah, well, I'm pretty good at solving problems. What's the issue? Well, if you really want to know, it's the woman who's going to be my mother-in-law. I say was because she isn't anymore. She's seen to it that her son won't have anything more to do with me. She's a witch, you see, a shaman among our people. She placed a curse on me to keep me away from her son. Curse makes me appear to be disgustingly deformed. You don't look deformed. You're not the first to say so. In fact, so many have said the exact same thing that I'm beginning to doubt the curse can be seen by everyone, but there's no doubt that my betrothed sees it. How do you know you've been cursed? The look in my betrothed eyes was all that was necessary to confirm for me that it is so. I see it too when I look into the mirror. Oh, and just so folks are aware, there's an ad break coming up in just about a minute. It's the usual 3-minute ad break. It happens once every hour, unfortunately. We'll be right here. Getting, I guess, another side quest under our list, and continuing on. Tell me about your betrothed. Sarl is his name. He's the biggest and most powerful man of our tribe. So handsome with rippling muscles, not ripping. Bad if you rip a muscle. I've yearned for him since I was very young, but I always thought he didn't know who I was. Imagine my surprise when he began courting me. Imagine my sorrow now that he has stopped. His mother never liked me. My lowly birth made me unsuitable in her eyes. My horrible affliction, at least the appearance of one, means I am unsuitable in his. Why don't I go talk to this lizard shaman for you? Would you? Perhaps you could talk some sense into her. I'm grateful for anything you can do. She lives in one of the back alleys of the Undergate. I can show you on the show you the exact one on your map. Now, farewell. I wish you the blessing of the gods. I think they gave away the plot there unintentionally. We'll see. Hey, Vander.
help you?
You're not going to make trouble, are you? You're not going to start a fight with me or try to lure me into some dark corner to commit unspeakable acts? Do I look like the type that would do that? No, and more's the pity. I could use a little excitement right now. Would it kill to get a dancer in here? A comely female to look at would make the time go by much faster. Am I wrong? Of course, who knows what sort of female looks good to Kajil. Something with tentacles, most likely. If you're so bored here, why don't you go somewhere else? Because the other places are equally boring, if not more so. Spent time at the Quivering Thumb in the docks, and they don't amuse me for long. Pain Bliss Hall kept me entertained for a while, but in the end, those priestesses of Lovitar were far too serious. They take all the fun out of masochism. Nice little nod to Baldur's Gate 3 there as well. I've run out of amusements in Westgate. It's gotten to the point where I'm considering pursuing honest work with my family's business. It's a nice cloak you got. Let me guess. That woman Omadon put you up to this, or was it her twin? She's been pestering me about the cloak for ages. At first, I took her seriously and asked what she was willing to give for it. You can imagine my excitement when she said anything. Before I learned of what a little misfit she was, she couldn't even begin to comprehend what I wanted. In that respect, she's not unlike all the other women I've known. Why not just give her the cloak? What? This is Westgate, little brother. People don't just give things away for free. The Cromarch himself would come down from his high seat and paddle your bottom for such impropriety. I need another drink. Buy us a round, would you? Make it a strong one. What? A thought suddenly occurs to me. Ever hear of a drink called elder brew? Yes, it's made from the fluid of an elder brain, or so they say. Very good. You know your libations, little brother. There's nothing in Faerun quite like it. They say it's like your sweetest dream and your worst nightmare rolled into one. And this is one place outside of the Underdark where it's served. I've been meaning to try it for some time, but I've never quite got up the nerve. Besides, the price is steep. In fact, too steep for me right now. If you were to buy us around, I'd be willing to trade you the cloak. Very well, I'll order us around. It costs 400 gold. Do you have that much? Here. Now here we go, little brother. Barkeep, one flagon of elder brew. There you are, one jug of elder brew for a couple of very foolhardy customers. Promise not to haunt the joint if you end up getting killed, huh? Certainly not. I've haunted this place enough in life. Here, allow me to make the first toast. To my dear drinking partner, may our first gulps not result in our last gasps. Okay. Raise your glass and drink. I don't feel any different. Wait a minute. That's a little different. Definitely not boring. Would you like to make the next toast? Okay. To Gajil for having the brains to offer such a fine drink. I'll drink to that. You're not going to fall down, are you, Cadus? I don't... Oh my god, I can't even say that. Oh. Oh no. Yep, they're feeling it now. Can't even get their mouths to work. If you two want to go ahead and finish your drinks, I'll call someone to carry your bodies out afterwards. Cadus isn't going to die. I'm not sure about the other fellow, though. Good thing that they only have one more drink to go. Slow grooves. Oh, your legs begin to waver, but you manage to steady yourself before they give way completely. After a few moments, you manage to shake off the worst effects of the drink. Oh, did he die? Surprisingly, it looks like your friend's still breathing. Could be a while before he wakes up, though. Okay. I don't know. I think he might be dead. Yeah, that screams dead to me. Let's go pop over here real quick. What's going on? Examine the trapdoor. Trapdoor is locked and seems to require a key to open. Oh, well, that'll do that. Oh, did it unequip my weapon? That's fucking funny. We even got a drunken stance. Hell yeah. There's the waitress. Oh. If there's anyone else to chat with here. I guess not. So I'll go ahead and mosey our way this way. Oh, excuse me. You know what? Let's do the other side quest for the shaman real quick. And then we'll be back inside. Yeah. I think that quest, one of those dialogue options, gave up the plot. But we'll see. I won't confirm it until I see who we're supposed to talk to. Alright. Lizard folk witch. Yeah. Why do you return, hairy one? She cursed this Gracie to be a human, I think. I'd like to speak with you about the curse you put on Gracie. Gracie will not leave my sorrel alone, and yet she was only lowly born. Her egg was dropped before it hatched, and her mother was a swamp skimmer. My sorrel was to be a great shaman among my people, and Gracie was to only be a peasant. How could she think one as lowly as her was fit for sorrel is beyond me. So Gracie's actually a lizard folk like you? No, not like me. She's lowly born, and I am not. I am noble among my tribe, and born to lead in the ways of the goddess. But the lizard is her true form. Yes. They gave that away by saying, we'll go talk to the lizard shaman. But that was in your tribe. Surely none of this matters here. Because our tribe is gone does not mean that adherence to social standing must be abandoned. There's a reason nobility is noble. It has nothing to do with the tribe and everything to do with superior breeding. Regardless, I must insist that you release her from the curse. And if I refuse, then by the time I'm done with you, you won't have to worry about Gracie, Sarl, or anyone else anymore. Really, that is most convincing. Very well, take this to Gracie and all will be set right. Before I go, can I see your potions? Potion seller! I request your finest potions. Yeah, you know what? We'll stimulate the economy. We'll buy a potion. Okay. Yeah, they gave that one away. But, you know, a chance to flex our intimidation muscle. Alright. You're not going to give me a problem, are you, bud? Yeah, I didn't think so. But it's all good. Sometimes, you know, an oversight like that happens. I'd also be more surprised if it wasn't for the fact that we see lizard people walking around all over this fucking city, so it's not too far-fetched. Alright. Yeah, no, he's still dead right there.
Good tidings to ya.
Have you talked with the old witch yet? Yes, I have the cure for you right here. Really? I dared to allow myself to think that you might do it, but I never really believed. It worked. By the gods, it worked. I'm as beautiful as once more, or I'm beautiful once more. But thank you, little hairy one, for all you have done. Here, you may have this as a reward, as I no longer have use for it. Now please excuse me. I must find Sarl so that we may start our lives again. A nymph cloak +3.
Absolutely.
I can do that.
Evil beware.
Yes.
I am in charge now. Evil
Okay.
beware. I am in charge now.
Oh, there she goes. She can have a cloak.
What do you want now?
I like how all three of us have a cloak, except for Mantides. Mantides has been getting the short end of the stick this whole playthrough. Everyone else more or less had a happy ending to their story, except for him, so far. Welcome to my establishment, Cadus. The Illithid's words form clearly in your mind. Do not be surprised. Like all of my race, I neither need nor particularly enjoy the crude manner of communication you most often employ. It also means your mind is an open book to me, and so I know why you have come. I'm impressed and a bit dismayed that you are aware of the safe house's existence, but I shall in no case divulge its location or the passwords you seek. Who's this, Kajil? Another important... Silence. Oh, I see. Anyways, as you can see, I have very important guests to entertain, so do move along. What goes on here? Look, we have no need for small talk. I know it is but a feeble prelude to asking for the information you seek, and I have quite clearly already answered you in that regard. Now for the last time, off you go. I could sense your hesitation, so maybe it'd be easier for you to take note of my thralls just over there, my mini thralls. Believe me, it's best for you if you leave. I'll be back. Huh.
I greet you.
Interesting. So then... Huh.
Hello to you there.
What's the path forward here?
Oi, hello there.
Hello, hello? Let's go deliver this cloak. Maybe we deliver the cloak, and then they can give us some kind of insight. I do think it's funny how we can't dupe an Illithid. Illithid's like, no, I'm not entertaining this, dude. I can read your thoughts. I know why you're here. It takes a lot to dupe them in Baldur's Gate 3, so it makes sense. First, wanted to talk to him about the whole ordeal, and he just went, get the fuck out of here. And in we go. Come on, Vamonos. Everybody, let's go. I don't think I could sing that on stream. I feel like that'll get me DMCA'd somehow. Okay. He returns bearing the cloak. Will he exchange it for information about the Faceless? Of course. We are pleased. The cloak is a sacred artifact to us, representing the silent glory of our Lord. He will now listen while we describe the history of those beings who have wielded the power of the Faceless. Afterward, he may ask questions. There have been 3 beings who have been named the Faceless. All have ruled over the Night Masks here in Westgate. All have exercised great power from the shadows. The first Faceless was perhaps the most fitting in the name. The being was a shapeshifter who founded the Night Masks. What happened to No Man's Sky? We couldn't finish this last night. So we're finishing it tonight, and then we're playing No Man's Sky, Vixie. Well, good morning to you. How you doing? It's good to see you. But yeah, the story was a touch longer than I anticipated, so we probably got, I would say, an hour or 2 of this, and then we're going to jump into the expedition. Okay. While this doppelganger could not fully tap into the power of the Faceless, this one embraced the spirit of the unseen. In fact, to this day, little is known of the being. Yes. Yeah, much like Baldur's Gate 3, it is very in-depth. And yeah, there's an expedition that just dropped on Wednesday. It's for shipbuilding. The second Faceless was a merchant named Hostar, who successfully hid his criminal behavior from all of Westgate until he was eliminated by an organization known as the Harpers. It is this being's cloak you have brought us. The third Faceless is the one who rules to this day, the most powerful of them all. This being was only a copy of a man to begin with, and a very bad man at that. Moreover, whatever humanity his originator had was stripped away in one fell swoop. It is the third Faceless that he is undoubtedly most interested in. Does he have questions? What do you mean by copy of a man? The current being known as the Faceless was not born of a womb, but copied from a full-grown man, a tyrannical and evil man with a lust for power. The clone gained its own will, though the cruelty of its originator remains deeply ingrained. Does he have other questions? Yes. How many Faceless have been stripped of his humanity? Or how has the Faceless been stripped of his humanity? The current Faceless is affected by a powerful curse, one not unlike the curse he suffers from the mask he carries. The difference is that the Faceless embraces his condition, drawing upon its strength and using the deception to hide its weakness. Yeah. Where can I find the Faceless? That we do not know. The current Faceless would be no Faceless at all if he did not hide himself well. The Faceless goes to great lengths to keep his hiding place away from prying eyes. He would be very lucky, or unlucky, depending on one's viewpoint, to find the true lair of the Faceless. Never mind, I should be going. Then our deal is concluded. He should leave now, as we must perform a rite that is sacred to us. Yes, the time has come. Well, that didn't give us anything. I'm sure there's like some vague notes in there about like who this fucking Faceless is. I'm assuming a vampire. I'm assuming that's all they were really hinting at, is that whoever's in charge of the night masks now is a vampire. Oh, there you are. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to you before on account of the sudden bout of unconsciousness. I see you took the cloak, as was your right. You're coming from the temple of those identical twins, are you? It's a shame. I didn't get a chance to warn you about them. What do you mean? So they didn't... I mean... There weren't always two of these women, you know. One of them came from above a few years ago, and maybe it won't happen again. Spit it out already. If you want to see what I mean, pay another visit to the temple sometime in the near future. I have a feeling things have changed around there. Just visit the temple again, little brother. Maybe you'll see what I mean. If you're lucky, you won't. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going home. I've had far too much excitement for one day. Interesting. Interesting. So there's something crazy to these people, huh? Oh, what?
I'd greet you if I cared.
He returns to the temple. What's going on here? Our beliefs say we must transform ourselves when the time comes. The time came, so we adopted a new form. This one is familiar to us. Where's Omadon? Kriux only stares back at you with his wide, unblinking eyes. You cannot take my appearance. We do not take his appearance. We share it. He need not be influenced by it unless he desires to be influenced. I want to attack them. I want to so bad, but real quick. Let's see. Is this going to be one of those things where, like, if you kill them, you actually are going to doom the whole fucking storyline? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Cult of the Faceless. Alright. Oh. Then you leave me no choice. It has nothing. There's nothing to it. Okay. Yeah. It's just, do you want to, or do you want to kill them, or do you not want to? Well, I think that was probably our last side quest. I guess I can look at the list real quick, see if there's any that stand out. Pretty sure that was it. Alright, real quick, let's take a look here. A Star is Born. Okay. There's one quest that we haven't done. It doesn't really matter. Cloak of Mysteries, we did that. Cult of the Fateless, we just did that. Dimples the Dancer, yep. Head of the Pirates. Okuzo's Honor, the Brotherhood Ferret, Death Trap, King of Spiders, Knot of Sholung. Okay. Okay, so there's two side quests we could do. That's what I've just discovered. All right, so there's two that we haven't done. But anyways, let's continue on. I don't think they really matter. We might do them if we end up back in that district to pick them up. But I think I'll focus on the main story. Just 'cause, like, I do not want to risk this somehow going to the next day. It's not going to happen. And I kind of do want to play a little bit of No Man's Sky tonight. So, yeah. I'd very much like to get back to the expedition. I was having a lot of fun. Because it's either that or Stardew mods afterwards. Because it's not that I think I need input on what mods to cut. It's more like I need to take the time to go over the list again anyways to see what needs to be cut, if there's anything that I genuinely want to add, so on and so forth. Because I got a list of things that I might add. Why are you bothering me again? I think we already established that you won't be receiving the information you seek. Did you leave me little choice but to do this the hard way? Alright. Well, did I just see what I thought I saw? Unholy flames. The Illithan just disappeared. I saw the same. Teleportation, maybe? More likely a psionic projection, if the word on the street is correct. That means the monster's still around here somewhere. Then our fight's not done. It would appear not. So the villain believes he's escaped justice, eh? Well, we shall disabuse him of that notion. We should search carefully, Cadus. No doubt Kajil's private lair is well hidden and well defended as well. You see, I think I know what it is. I think it's probably the one trap door in this bitch. I'm just going to throw that out there. Let's go find out, gang. Okay. Where is he? He's dead. Oh, wow. Could this be where we're supposed to go? You turn the key in the lock and the trap creaks open, accompanied with the pleasing sound of tumblers falling into place. Do you wish to descend through the trap door? Of course. What other option is there? Like, is there like a back door to this fucking tower? Do it like that fucking mini game in Stardew Valley? Oh, Kajil, you're short. It's you again. Okay, it's obvious you've won. Here, let me show you the location of the safe house. I'll use psionic communication. And now for the password. Yes, of course, you'll need the password. It's Veravin's treasure. Now you've come all this way. Won't you just please leave? You're a little small, aren't you? Oh, that's a good one. Definitely never heard that one before. Look, the me you saw upstairs was a mental projection. Ah, an exaggerated mental projection. Now, for the love of Iselin, will you just leave? Suppose I'm done here. Farewell. Smart move letting the little guy live, Cadus. He could be useful to us in the future, especially now that we know that he measures up to the rest of Westgate's criminal underworld. I'm glad that no one else gave a shit. They were like, we didn't kill him. It's whatever. Okay.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Everyone follow me and try to keep up.
Can that not be
If you
open?
need something looted, I'm your woman.
What do you want now?
Okay. Alright. Well, that's fucking funny. Just a pint-sized illithid who's like, please. Please, leave me alone. Here's your information. Get the fuck out. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright. Well, let's boogie on out of here, I guess. Veravin's treasure. Okay. It's very close by, too, huh? If it's very close by, would that mean that it's down here somewhere? Maybe. Alright. Let's see here. Lizard Folk Witch, Durgar Quarter, exit to Harbor Loop. Night Mask Safe House. Aha. Alright. Time to kill some fucking night masks. Random ass bladeling too? What the hell? I think. Yeah, okay. The door's just open. Veravin's treasure. Side note, it's cold as shit in my room right now. I think fall is finally starting to set in. Oh. God damn it. Come on, get to opening that. Oh. I got a raid from Honey Bunny Killer. Thank you so much for the raid. Quick shout out for Honey Bunny, who was kind enough to bring their community our way. Show them some love and support. Drop a follow. Say hello sometime. Welcome on in. So good to see you.
Something good inside.
How you doing tonight? What'd you get up to? Okay, let's see here. I don't even know why we bother, dude. Like, these chests never have anything good. You got that disabled? Thank you. Alright. You, what in Toril are you doing here? Wouldn't you like to know? What, Latasha? You recognize him? Yes, fool, it's the meddler from the Dark Dahlia I told you about. Smells so good he does. Are we gonna feed on this one too? Playing Borderlands 3? Oh, hell yeah. Are you like going through them to get ready, or to get into Borderlands, was it 4, the next one? I think the one I last played was 2. I could just never get through them. I enjoyed the game. For some reason, that's a series I never managed to get through. I haven't heard any bad things about 4, though. But is it even out yet? Oh, God. It might not be out. Hold on. Now I have to check. I thought it might be. Borderlands 4. Oh, the fucking price is up. That's for sure. Jesus. Okay. It's out in a couple days. Fair enough. We're having serious issues with glitches in 3. Ooh. That's not, that doesn't bode well, does it? Are they like known issues? Is Google helping with it at least, or is there anything you figured out with it? All right, careful, dog. There's power to this one. Power in all of them, in fact. You worry too much. This one will bleed like all the others. He'll die like the others too, and probably taste better. No, Zakaris is right. I've learned only too well to treat this one with caution. But silence. And then they whimpered. I should kill you now. I know this, but I am so very curious. Tell me, adventurer, how you came to find me. Okay. You should be more careful when you drop letters. Of course, the letter from Kajil. How clumsy of me. Had to pull some lucky shit to get to play with her. Huh. That's weird. That seems like they need to get some shit fixed then. Because it's not like that's an old game, you know? Like, it's Borderlands 3. It should be seamless, you know, getting to play with friends. The integration should be click of a button, honestly. So that's concerning. But unfortunately, kind of the further in shitification of things, I think. So, what are you doing down here? Okay. But that's so weird. Yeah, that's... Especially because it's like one of the main things Borderlands is kind of built around, you know, is the multiplayer aspect. So here's hoping that they do better with it in Borderlands 4, or at least it's better maintained, I guess. But I guess we'll find out in a couple of days. Yeah, I hope it goes well. If you're planning to play it, hopefully it treats you well. But I don't know, if I was having glitches in 3, I don't know if I'd be too on board with buying in on the 4th one. But it's always worth mentioning as well, if anyone needs to raid and run or raid and lurk, absolutely feel free. I completely understand. It's you know, it's late in many places in the world right now, at least here in the States. Yeah, that's the best thing to do these days with a game release, especially when they're asking for $70. No, don't jump in head first. Wait it out, see what the reviews look like, give it a day or two, then jump in. Like, it's just, people get burned so often these days, especially like the more expensive games. Yeah, it's, like, I get that $70 is kind of becoming the new norm, but it still sucks ass. Like, games were already releasing in half-finished states at $60. Now you want $10 more for less polish? Makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. The price went up, but the quality didn't. That's the problem. And then you got like AA games like Clair Obscur coming out, or you know, a couple years ago, Baldur's Gate 3, where the polish is there, you know, and the issues that arise, like, they're a lot more manageable, and also the games are $60, you know. Man, so cheesy. Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, like I don't remember the last time I bought a game like right as it came out. Even Clair Obscur, I waited like a month or two, I think, until after, you know, everyone, like, all the raving about it had kind of just set in with me, where I was like, all right, well, let's give it a go before this gets spoiled for me. And I'm glad I did. I love that game. But other than that, like, I don't know. I've been burned one too many times. I'd rather just wait for a sale. Yeah. It's the better way to go about AAA games these days. You know, like, there's games I paid $70 for that I wouldn't even buy it half off, I feel like. It's a weird place for the industry to be in. We'll go with that. A good question. What are we doing down here? It's not like this is it's not like as if this safe house is useful anymore. Not necessarily true. If we kill him, then none will be the wiser. I like where this is going. Indeed. I've enjoyed our brief time together, adventurer, but I have work to do. Come, everyone. Let's destroy him. I think not. Okay. And Brondon down. Oh my god. Oh. Savor victory while you can. Before long, I shall be the one savoring the sweet taste of your blood. And she's gone. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think that game was that game, like, even on that, like, fucking $60, $70 spectrum that that you know, developers are demanding these days. That was another game where I didn't hear anything bad about it either. I heard it was fun for multiplayer games. The Night King's Protocol. Oh. Okay, is this all I gotta do? All I gotta read? Yes, let's read it. The rules of etiquette listed in the parchment appear to be written in blood. Let all who dwell in the Night Kingdom follow these commandments, be they visitors, allies, or servitors of the Night King himself. Failure to obey will result in unimaginable suffering by any means devised by the Night King or his representatives in the Court of Night Masters. 1. Do not feed excessively or carelessly on citizens of Westgate. Woe to anyone who draws unwanted attention to the nature of the Night Kingdom or its ruler. Do not interfere in Night Mask business or engage in any criminal enterprise without leave from the Court of Night Masters. Yep. Do not conspire with enemies of the Night King who are unworthy of being referred to here by name. Do not speak of the Night King to outsiders. Do not defy the Night King, the Duchess of Venom, the Duke of Whispers, or any other members of the Court of Night Masters. So are we killing vampires? Is that what this is? A glint of metal at the door catches your eye. It appears to be a talisman of some sort. Upon closer examination, it bears 3 letters, BTW, carved into it. Oh, by the way, pick up the talisman. Alright. So we have to go to Bleth. Got it. Alright. I'm sure they'll give us the next stage once we pop out of here. Man, this vampire is really, really bad at all of her jobs. Dropping shit along the way. This is the second time she's left behind evidence for us. Once was a mistake. Twice is a fucking, you know, is a paper trail.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Let's go ahead and mosey on up. We don't want to go to the Arena District. We want to go to the Market Triangle. There we go. It said the quest is complete, but I'm assuming we gotta go talk to Bleth, you know? The queen of the metalcore scene here in Westgate. What a fucking name, dude. What a name. I feel like the Market Triangle is the one that struggles to load the most every time. And so it's seeming that vampires are the ones that run everything underneath Westgate,
There.
huh?
Now aren't you glad you brought me along?
Okay. Oh, it's only like 40. Okay, well, hell yeah, that's a lot. It's definitely a lot more agreeable, right? All right. I think. What am I stuck on? There we go. I think we'll go ahead and pick up the side quests. Yeah, we can knock them out. Should be pretty straightforward, right? Oh, you people are all putrid. A more wretched sight I've never seen. Only thing that's wretched is your act. With that kind of talent, it's no wonder you're standing on a street corner. Yeah, and you stink too. What a delightful young woman. Tell me, if I give you 2 coppers, will you promise to swim with the cuddly Quilzarn? Why don't you swim with it? Ah, yes, a variant of the ever-popular, I know you are, but what am I, retort. And here I thought you lacked originality. Yep. Okay. Until I can't no more. Well, thank you very much, Honey Bunny. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to see you, and thank you again for the raid. Take it easy. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Hope you have a good one. I will catch you next time. Apparently this guy's got a side quest for us to get some kind of diamond, and then there's a side quest where we gotta talk to Blith. And then after that, no more side quests. We're done. Dunzo. Finito. We've done everything in the mod. Except for the good guy quests, but we took the bad guy path, so.
What can I do for you?
Forgive me, sir, but this is not the most magnificent of times. In fact, I'm rather upset and don't really feel like chatting unless you're fabulously wealthy and wish to buy something, or even better, make a donation. What's the matter? Well, actually, perhaps you can help me. You do seem to be an adventurer of sorts. You see, I've lost something. I'm a traveler of the plains, a collector of items from faraway places, and I perform magical research and fun experiments with these reagents. I was in the middle of one such experiment yesterday. I expected the result to be simply delightful, when I accidentally knocked a few of my more expensive reagents from my desk. I do tend to get a tad clumsy when I'm nervous. Thank the gods, magnificent specimens that they are none of the reagents I dropped were damaged. One of them, however, an exquisite enchanted diamond, slipped between the bars of the accursed little grate in the floor of my study in the back room. The grate, I have been told, leads to somewhere below the city. Perhaps the sewers or somewhere else. Undergate, perhaps? You have no idea how many things I've dropped down that grate. No idea. I'm a wizard of no small power. While I do not fear the denizens of whatever dark place my diamond has fallen into, it is just too much of a bother for me to leave this place unattended, as I'm sure you understand, but I simply must recover the diamond. I'll do it for a price. Would you? Brilliant, grand, splendid. I had hoped you would say so, sir. And not to worry, I have plenty of gold with which to reward you, and I would be willing to throw in something special to make it worth your while. But please do try to go quickly. I hunger to finish this experiment, and it pains me to think of the spectacular diamond in the hands of some horrid monster in the sewers of the Undergate. He shivers theatrically. One last thing before you go. Quite often some repulsive scents will waft through the small vent of my study. Having spent a great deal of time around various creatures, I can confidently say that there must be trolls living in the place where the diamond has fallen. So keep your eyes, ears, and nose peeled for trolls beneath Westgate, my friend. Oh, how I yearn to have that diamond returned. Alright. So, a diamond it is. In the area that we just left. Well, I got a feeling we're going to have to go back down there anyway, so... Ooh. Oh man, you know what? I think it's cold enough. I need to get my socks on. Here they are. My toesies are getting a little coldsies. Alright. There we go. Oh, did not mean to bump the mic. Apologies. I bumped the bottom of it as well, so hopefully that didn't fuck with the quality. I know, hasn't happened in a while, but I know in the past I've bumped the mic and it's like caused everything to go staticky, so hopefully that's not the case. Alright. Can you not go if I'm like a certain range away or something? I don't know. I hope the merchant has the protection of the night mask. Without it, she's going to get robbed blind. She keeps smiling at passerbys, each time taking her eyes off inventory. Go on, then. Show me how to do it. Do what? You know what I'm talking about, Ripper. Show me how to rob someone. I want to see it with my own eyes. Let's hear about your technique, Renara. Stealing wasn't my specialty. I was a collector. Went around collecting protection money, debts, that sort of thing. If I were going to steal something, I'd have to use my wits. I'm not a talented pickpocket. So, even in this, you lack courage. You must, else you would not need to rely on obfuscation. But you still have yet to give me an example. How would you rob that merchant, for instance? Well, first off, I need a partner who is good with their hands. As I said, that's not my strength. I'd be the one planning the operation and distracting the mark. I'd probably present myself as a proper citizen and accidentally step in on that dog do over there. If the mark happened to take pity on me, she might walk away from her stand and offer a rag to wipe it off. 1 second here. Flash has bombarded into my room. Isn't that right? Bombarded? Barged? It was bombard and barge smashed together. Apologies. Alright. She's going to want her treats, so 1 second. Is that what you want? There you go. Spoiled brat of a cat, dude. Okay. Regardless, the scene would distract her long enough for my partner to grab something valuable. You disappoint me, Ripper. What skill is involved in that? Any street archer could pull off that stunt. The key is not raising the mark's suspicion. By stepping in the dog do, I make her think that I'm some hatless twit incapable of tricking anyone. I'm still not impressed. Even I could come up with a better swindle, and I haven't spent my whole life dealing in deception. I'd honestly be more impressed with this hypothetical partner of yours if they could actually steal the item despite such crude distraction. Well, it does help to have a skilled partner, especially when you're worthless at sleight of hand. Still, you're underestimating the cleverness behind this. The less the mark thinks of you, the more she lets her guard down, and therefore the less actual skill it takes to pocket the valuable. Speaking of valuables, you dropped this. Oh, my amulet, but how'd you take it? And when did you take it? Me? Take it? Didn't I tell you what a poor pickpocket I am? Indeed you did, Ripper. Indeed you did. I can't say our discussion has taught me much about your craft, but it certainly taught me something about you. Oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, poor pickpocket. She just fucking swiped the amulet mid-conversation. Oh, man. I mean, I think she proved her... point there. Sorry, Flash is getting on my lap. I am the poorest pickpocket to have ever picked a pocket. Woe is me for how dumb I am. 1 second. Moving the mic so she doesn't bump it. Apologies. Yeah, Flash has decided to clamber onto my lap. The COG representative. What's going on here? I'm sorry, sir, but the knot exhibit is closed until further notice. The Council of Guilds regrets whatever inconvenience this may cause you. We're doing our best to see that the exhibit is down for as short a time as possible. Good night. What's going on? Yada, yada, yada. Can I help? There's nothing to help with. We are the council headquarters. We at the council headquarters are doing our best to see that the exhibit... Okay. Good night, then. Just a second. Lean in close so no one can hear you. Yeah, like so. You look like the adventuring sort, right? Sure. I see. Then please come right this way. Didn't mean to bump the mic again. Apologies. I'm going to have to move it one more time because it's too close to the keyboard. Please, everyone stand back while the cleaning crew comes through. Nothing out of the ordinary you see here. Please, everyone stand back and disperse. We must announce that the... Yep, okay. Right this way, sir. Ramble, 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 ramble. What are you doing here? The exhibit is closed. Closed, I tell you, or did my assistant send you in here? I can't see, so I'll say yes, she did. You look like just the type of person we need. It's quite smart of her. Industrious woman. She'll go far, though I hope not too far. Anyways, I need your help, and I am willing to pay. The council has authorized a prize of 1,500 gold to anyone who can make our situation right. It's a princely sum. I'm sure you'll agree. Depends on the task, but let's hear it. Very well. I need you to find my chalice. Oh, sorry, I'm under a lot of stress, you see. I'm 10 days from retirement, and now this. I'll be excoriated in history books. I don't know that word. Oh, gods. Why me? Why now? Snap out of it, man. Sorry, forgive me. I'm trying my best to calm down. I really am. But this has confounded me. But let me start from the beginning. The big ball in the corner of the room is the fabled knot of Sholung. Have you heard of it? Yes, I have. The knot of Sholung is an artifact from Karatur made of unknown material and supposedly unable to be untied. Exonerated. Okay. See, I thought it was exonerated, but the I in there fucking threw me off. So I was like, exorcy? Like, it just... I don't know why. I've heard the term. I've never read the term. So... The Eastern Magi claim the knot is the gods' attempt to confound the petty minds of mortals and to demonstrate their innate superiority. Okay. Oh, good. Then I can go on. Saucy ratings. Yeah. The Council of Guilds, we are called the COG for short, had a chalice commissioned some years ago by the Jewelers and Miners Guild. We placed it in a case as a prize to whomever could solve the riddle of the knot. The chalice was so ornate and beautifully crafted that in time it became as big of a draw as did the knot. Between the two of them, we had quite a little exhibit. But now that has been ruined. Someone has stolen the chalice from its case. Of course, the case was locked and heavily trapped. Nevertheless, all of our defenses have been thwarted. Even more amazing than that is the case appears to be untouched. All the traps remain untripped, and yet the chalice is gone. Most all of all, however, is what was placed in the case. A paper covered with what looks to be some garbled symbols. I guess it's a code or language of some kind, but I'm totally baffled by what it is. Where's this paper? It's still in the case, as I've said. All the traps are still active, so there's no way I'm going to ever try to get in there. What have you done since discovering all this? I've contacted the City Watch, but they brushed me off, saying that they were too busy with violent criminals to bother with a mere theft. Contacted the Churchill of Thander, was told that only that poverty is good for the soul. Yeah, everyone but theirs. I know that paper is involved somehow, as if the thief is playing a big game with us, so I sent for the local wizard to come decipher it for me, but she's only said she'll come when she can. I'm up against the wall. At this point, I'm willing to pay anyone who can return the chalice to the case. Sure. Oh, thank the gods. Unfortunately, I have little aid to give you, except I'd start with the paper in the case. Good luck making sense of it, but it simply has to be the key. Alright. The Knot of Sholung. Hey there, Katie. Good to see you. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We're doing all right here. No complaints. It has to be the key. Yeah, it has to be, right? Case lies empty except for a single note full of scribbled symbols carefully placed within the case for all to see. Examine the note. You can see the note is actually written in Androsphinx of all tongues. Slowly, you transcribe the symbols. 'Twill be no common fare if thou seekest my lair. First root out and follow the trail of the dead. Feet soaked in violence leave foul stains of red. Once the door you have found and iron menace have slain, proceed forward, O reader, one last test doth remain. The final door shall be passed based on your mental strength. The keys lie on the floor, the order defined by their length. But if the chalice you seek, you're by no means alone. It lies in plain sight, a mere mockery of stone. Okay. Sells a variety of knickknacks along with about the knot and the stolen chalice. Examine the knickknacks. These goblets are made of the exact shape of the chalice, though they are made entirely of pewter and paint. Well, shit, Moon Booty, thank you so very much for the tier 1 sub. 15 months in a row. Time really does fly. This year is flying by. Thank you so much for that love and support. It means the absolute world to me. I hope you're doing well tonight. It's good to see you. Okay.
Hello.
I determined the letter is written in Androsphinx. Androsphinx? Who in all of Faerun writes a letter in Androsphinx? And the poem. A riddle of some kind, as almost if the thief wanted us to find him. Or her. Some of the wording in that second stanza seems to imply blood, though I don't see any around here. Still, I know that Mintanson the Magnificent has a shop nearby, and he'll sell some kind of blood potions. Perhaps it's a place to start. Maybe a good dog might be able to follow trace amounts of blood, though who knows where you'd find one. I would only ask that you follow up on this and let me know what you find. Okay. I think about D&D until installed Foundry. Guess. Oh no. Examine the door. Upon closer examination, you know that the bottom of the corner of the door has a small smear of dried blood. That's fucking awful. I'm so sorry. What? It's crazy that it doesn't have cloud backup. It's not even an option. Oh. Pentacle Bleth's shriveled corpse lies twisted on the ground, her ash-gray face frozen in death rictus of agony. Her body has been completely drained of blood. Had a tiny cry. Yeah, I don't blame you. I imagine that was an insane amount of work you just lost. My apologies. That's fucking awful. Well, I mean, hopefully you can cook something up. If not, I imagine your crew would understand a slight delay obviously, that's a lot to lose. Okay.
I've seen enough. This adventure is no longer worth the risk. If we keep going, we're going to end up like Pentacle. Or worse. At least she didn't become one of them. I'm leaving Westgate as soon as possible. If you're smart, you'll do the same.
You can't leave after everything we've been through
We had
together.
an informal agreement, that's all. You know, the kind of deal where either side can opt out at any time. Maybe you should consider learning to live with this curse of yours. It can't be worse than where you're headed.
I knew you were not to be trusted. What else is to be expected from a former Night Mask?
Don't try to make excuses, Renara. This is cowardice, plain and simple.
I'm not gonna stand here explaining myself. I don't need to. If you expected my undying loyalty, you should have gotten it in writing. This is Westgate, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a boat to catch. Goodbye. And good luck.
So you're leaving? Just like that?
Just like that. I'm sorry.
Damn. I don't think there's any way around it either. Yeah, what the fuck? Alright. Let's see here. Is there any stopping this? Okay. Let's see here. I just want to know, is there any way to stop her from leaving? I don't think so. I think even with the influence, you don't stand a chance. Okay. Huh. Well, apparently, supposedly, no matter what, she leaves. Okay, well, we move on. Oh, and just so folks are aware, there is an ad break coming up in just about a minute. It's the usual 3-minute ad break. It happens once every hour. But we'll be right here, pressing along. Okay. I'm going to catch up here. Apologies. Could be worse, but yeah, I mean, that's still a lot of work to go back on, Katie. Absolute coward. Okay. Not a bunch of coughing, but you've hurled twice. Jesus Christ, Moon Booty. Hopefully you've got some medication to, like, hopefully the medication is doing something for you at least, right? Okay. Goodbye, Kyle. I don't think I know that one off the top of my head. No, Vixie. Your level reserves. Let's do a slow saunter at best. Hey, I mean, sometimes a slow saunter is all you can give, right? I mean, ultimately, you gotta do what you gotta do for you. And if, I mean, I know you're trying to get through it, but again, if you got to take the time away, a slow saunter. Sorry, not slow slaughter. It's my tongue is very lazy tonight. My apologies. A slow saunter. But yeah, you know, do what you got to do for you. If you got, I mean, if you feel like you can't get it done, then I'm sure your group would understand if you needed to do a delay. Okay. We got a journal. It's accurate. Fair, you know what? We'll run with it. Journal sheds light on Pinnacle Bluff's obsession with uncovering the Night Masks. It contains information about their movements and activities, much of which you have already learned from Pinnacle and or through your own experiences with Westgate. The last entry immediately catches your eye with dark, intense pinch strokes. One of my informants reports the high-ranking Night Mask entering the Brother Tobias winery after business hours. The informant says he waited for nigh on an hour, but the subject did not leave. This could be a huge break. Must have operative go to the Arena District and investigate this winery after returning from Undergate. After years of work, things are suddenly coming together. It won't be long now before the Night Mask's grip on my family and the rest of Westgate is broken once and for all. In this new age, I will rule House Blith and then the rest of Westgate as Crowmark. Those who cooperated with the Night Masks will be made to pay. Okay. Or we'll get to that. I mean, that's fair enough. Okay. I can't, I can't argue with that. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, regardless.
Hello.
Okay. And yeah, I wonder if she will come back. I hope so, because she's probably my favorite character of the three. And she brought a certain lock-picking energy to the party that the three plate wearers absolutely cannot tumble their way around. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's locked from here on out is getting bashed down. Did not build our character this time like I built Kaydana with, all-rounder in mind. Do you do require my D&D? Or your D&D? That's fair. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. You got to get that D&D fix. I can't blame you. Okay. Along the way. Also true, you're a DM now. You get your fix. Gotta get that player and DM fix, fair.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in purchasing something somewhat rare, actually. Would you happen to have a blood revealing potion? A blood revealing potion? As a matter of fact, I do. Today's your lucky day, sir. I'm down to my last one. 100 coins. Okay. Well, let's get moving. Head back in there. I didn't know it was going to go that way. I figured she was going to leave, if she was going to leave, it'd be, near the end. We're not at the end yet. Now I got to try to do these fucking side quests without a fucking party member? What the hell? I will say that apparently our influence with her, I don't think it was particularly high. So if she could come back, I don't think she will. Notes on this module, by the way, very hard to find. Notes on this game in general, there's a website that was made 15 years ago that I'm getting everything I can from. And even that is not particularly helpful. Use the potion of blood revealing on the door. Think you got away with it. Was I late by a minute and a half? I mean, it's entirely possible. I did have to set up the title and everything. You know what? Sometimes I just run a minute or two late. Don't worry, I'll make it. I'll make up that minute. Oh. After a few hours of discovering bloody footprints, you find yourself at an ordinary-looking house. Slagging loud, right? It's bad enough I gotta go on vacation. That reminds me, I should get my plane ticket for Thanksgiving. Oh, shit. Vacation, dude. So, next Friday to next Sunday. So, it'll be, there we go. Basically from the 11th to the 15th, I'll be gone. I'll see you again. Yeah, I gotta make my way up to Pennsylvania during what the hell happened? There we go. I plan to make my way up to Pennsylvania during Thanksgiving, so that'll be another vacation. It's going to be a rare time where I'm not streaming during a holiday, but I do hope that everyone understands. Okay. Okay. What in the fuck? 1, 2. What am I supposed to do here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. I'm not going to count all these. Huh. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Alright. They took away my fucking notes, so... That's it. Give me the answer. Okay, Iron Golem. Made up of 4 segments of length, 4, 8, 11, and 2. Ah! See, if I had the... Flash, can you stop bumping the mic, please? Thank you. Here. There you go. Ugh. So, if they didn't take away my fucking tips, it's very easy. 4, 8, 11, 2. But the journal entry for the quest is gone, so. 8, 11, 2. Pull the hand. Flash, are you serious? She's something else today. Or handing you your ass? Oh no. Is it at least getting better with each attempt? Welcome, Cadus. Come on in. How'd you know my name? Suffice to say, I've been studying you for some time. Did not mean to bump the mic. Apologies. I'm a comedy of errors right now. I've been studying you for some time. I was deeply hopeful you would stumble into my lair, for I have already pegged you as one of the most likely in this city to be able to help me. How? Rather than ask an interminable number of questions, allow me to start from the beginning. That would be the easiest, most direct way of getting to the heart of why I brought you here. Go ahead. You must have seen the fabled knot of Sholong in the council headquarters. Legends say that it was forged by the gods to forever thwart the vanities of mortals. They made it impossible to untie, thereby demonstrating their power over mortals below. My name is Porthria, and I am an Androsphinx. Just fall apart. Ugh. Yeah. It's always phase 2 where they get you, especially when you're not expecting it. Needless to say, I've obsessed over the riddle of the knot for over a century. It's the greatest riddle in all of Faerun, and the one who solves it will be known throughout the ages. I followed it from the east here to the Council of Guilds for this city purchased this artifact some 20-odd years ago, and at long last I've discovered its secret. It's interesting to hear the legends that grow around such an item. They serve only to suggest unfruitful paths of research and further obscure the true solution. For the knot was not forged by the gods, but rather by a mere mortal king. Gwyrnan Thunderhill was the king of the Thunderhill clan in the final days as it labored under the continual assault of its Dwargar brethren. In time, the Thunderhills would fade from the pages of time, but their last king would leave this one last masterpiece. The knot, he claimed, would only be untied by the one most fit to lead his clan. That was his prophecy, though it no longer has meaning. There are no Thunderhills to lead anymore, so the throne is a hollow one, and the Dwargar have long moved on. That doesn't mean a good puzzle should go to waste. You see, Gwyrnan encased the center of the knot in a great block of mortar, which hardened around the inner fibers, causing them to be unmovable. Only by soaking the knot with a special solution known to the Thunderhills alone can the mortar be softened and the knot untied. Thus, the only one fit to lead the Thunderhills would need to be proficient in their clan's secrets. But there's more. One of the ingredients of this solution is the oil of Ladugar. Ladugar, of course, one of the greatest of the Dwargar deities, and it is said that he drips his sacred oil from the very stone of the Dwargar homeland. The Grey Dwarves use this oil during their concentration of their kings and clergy. Suffice it to say, are we saying suffice it every chance we get now? It is holy to them. And so, the one fit to lead the Thunderhills, in addition to mastering the ancient ways of the clan, would also need to display some prowess against the Dwargar in order to even be able to make the mortar softener. So I need some of this oil. Luckily, there's a clan of Dwargar in Undergate. But when I went to the compound some days ago to ask for their help, I was rather rudely assaulted and only barely escaped with my life. That's where you come in. I purposely designed the note to require the adventurer that it displays intelligence, strength, guile, agility, and bravery. You have succeeded on all fronts. If you get in my lap again, Flash, you're going outside. Go. Go back up. Go lay down. It means you have the requisite talents to survive the Dwargar treachery, and so I now ask for you to go to the Dwargar compound and retrieve the oil of Lagadar I need. You should not expect the Dwargar to greet you warmly, but I'm convinced you have what it takes to succeed where I have failed. What say you? What's in it for me? The prize of solving the riddle of the knot is the chalice and as much gold as it can hold. I want only to solve the riddle. I care not for all the trinkets that come with it. Help me and the entire prize is yours. Sure. It's wonderful. Then I shall mark the location of the Dwargar compound on your map. I look forward to your return. Be careful. 1 second. Flash has got to go. There we go. I beat her, but was stuck for a couple of days. Oh, okay. Well, hell yeah. Congrats on beating her. And hey, man, listen. It doesn't matter if there's a skill issue or not. The fact of the matter is you're putting it through the paces. It doesn't matter how quickly you beat it. It just matters that you get what you want out of the game, right? All right. Well, I guess we got 2 quests sending us into the under place, the sewers again. Going down there without our rogue. Sick. Hopefully, any of the other NPCs we find won't be as wordy. Because some of these have a real yap session kind of energy. And if it's not the main story, I'd prefer not to have a yap session. Give me my loot, and let's be about it. A pitter and a patter, and a let's get at her. Yeah, I will say, I can't wait to play No Man's Sky again. As a side note as well, I know I put like the 15th and everything for Stardew. I'm also going to tack on, if by Wednesday I feel like I have more I want to do in No Man's Sky, we might push back Stardew a little bit. I don't think that'll be the case. I think I'll get the expedition done, build a ship, and be like, all right, that was fun. But on the off chance that that doesn't happen, I am prepared to delay Stardew. But that shouldn't be the case. I'm finishing, everything I need to before the forced vacation. I can't even call it a vacation, dude. Excuse me. It's like, I don't enjoy shit like weddings. Like, it's being a good family member. That's what it is. Alright. A forced cation? Yeah, kinda, honestly. But genuinely. No offense to my family, but it is definitely a forced cation. Troll there. I'll try to have as much fun as I can, but I'm going to be honest, it's probably not going to be much. Do I have a weapon that does fire damage? Because that's what we have to do here. Oh, we can dual wield the axe? Oh shit. I didn't think we had 2 weapon fighting, but oh shit. As the kids would say, shucky ducky, dude. Quack quack.
Let's get this over with.
I should have been dual wielding this whole time. I feel like we're doing way more damage. There we go. Hot diggity daffodil, dude.
And I shall not fail.
You stepped in some troll dung.
I shall not fail.
Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Come on. There we go. Come on, get that fire crowd. There we go. Alright. into the Troll Chieftain hut. Ugh. Uh-oh. It smells even worse than the sewers, and to your surprise, it's currently occupied by not a troll, but 4 individuals that don't look happy to see you. Look, boss, this one be no troll. Not a troll, perhaps, but not much better. Scavengers that are the scum of Toril. Come to reap the benefits of our valiant efforts, have you? Have we made it easy enough for you to get out of here? For you to get here? Actually, you didn't finish off many of the trolls. It was a bit of a bother for me to have to clean them up for you. Ha! And an ungrateful scavenger at that. Who sent you, human? Which of our rivals hired you to follow us here? Okay. About your Lockett-in? What's wrong with the Lockett-in? I didn't follow you. I'm looking for something. A likely The diminutive rogue, gnome, who had been rummaging through the Troll Chieftain's possessions, interrupts his master. Boss, look at this. Holds up a large glowing gemstone with the aura of bright white light. It is without question Mintasend's diamond. Have too many spells? There's no such thing as too many spells. You're just well prepared. The diamond's what I came here for, coincidentally. I see, trying to escape a sticky situation by fabricating some story about some diamond. Well, I'm sorry to say that this diamond is ours. We paid for it with our own blood, sweat, human, and you shan't have it. You'll be paying with more than some blood, sweat, mostly blood, in fact, if you don't hand over that diamond. I'm afraid that is where you're incorrect, my foolish friend. We'll be losing no more blood this day, and with that, I bid you farewell. A glint of metal catches your eye as the adventurer teleports away. One of them drops something on the floor, seemingly by accident. Why do people keep dropping shit? Like, what the hell? Well, let's go talk to the Dweirgar. Dweirgar. I did not expect to go a dual wield build, by the way, but this could work. It's a chain shirt. What an interesting note. It's a chain shirt free for all. Huh. Wonder if that's, maybe because light armor used to not be good for bards and warlocks. Anyways, I don't know. I don't play D&D 3.5. Do this, and then this actually should be the last time we have to come into the sewers. I'm pretty fucking sure. I don't think there's anything we're missing at this point. This rock? Oh god. There's gotta be something with that rock, isn't there? It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Ow. Ow. Holy shit, dude. Did we have to jump right into the shit? Good lord. Alright. Target resisted all damage, huh? Well, it's a good thing one of them had the key.
Let's get this over with.
Right, yeah, it's fucking loud as shit.
That's it for me.
I don't know why either. Why is it so much louder than everywhere else?
That's it for me. Ow. That's it for me. To the hells with you.
I like how they died because we bashed them in the fucking ankles, by the way. Hey, there's the key.
Steady your guts.
Easy. that. Alright. Who's left?
Greetings and well met.
You've proven to be quite troublesome and more resilient than most. You've come for the sacred oil, of course. The taint of the Sphinx is all over you. So you admit you assaulted Porthia when she came to talk to you? Of course, she came into our stronghold and insulted our customs. To think that I could ever part with the sacred oil of dweller in the in shadow has provided, especially to a mere surfacer. Okay. She needed to be struck down for her blasphemy. Would that we could have finished the job. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask for some of that oil. In most instances, that request would sentence you to death, but the situation is unique. Recently, a rival group, no more than a pack of thugs really, assaulted the very foundation of our clan. They burst into our compound, slew our soldiers, and slaughtered our people indiscriminately. That is why we are too weak to resist you when you came. Most heinous of all, they violated Laudagar himself when they stole the ancient relics from this very room. Among the treasures they carted away is the oil you seek. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and so I shall make you a deal. Recover our artifacts for me, and as payment I shall provide you with the sample of this oil. What do you say? Sure. I shall point the location of this violent group of thugs on your map. Return when you have completed the task. This is not worth all of its fucking process. But thankfully, it's a nearby section of the Undergate, so we don't have to go far. Alright. I like how she didn't really care that we slaughtered everyone. She's like, you slaughtered everyone because someone else actually already slaughtered most of our people. So that they loosened us up for you. That's all this is. It's like, okay, champ. Sure. 666. Cool. Alright. Let me guess. Right here? Nope. Then where? Group of thugs. Oh, okay. We don't gotta go far. Alright. I was told there are thugs in a group in here. Okay. Oh, look. Another dude got to come to recover what we took. Well, you'll find only death here, idiot. I'll make you a deal. Hand over the relics you stole and I'll let you live. Are you insane, naive, or gullible? It matters little, for your proposal has been reviewed and denied. Come and embrace the death you deserve. Wow, that worked out for him. The grinning skull. Pale Master's Key. Thank you for all these things. I appreciate it. Dragon's Egg. Well, it seems the priestess was right. You actually are stupid enough to fall for it. You do all the dirty work for us and we get the spoils. Just imagine what we'll be able to do with a dragon's egg. You mean these people didn't steal your relics? No, fool, but they had to be eliminated anyways. And why should we have to assume the risk when you were perfectly willing to do it for us? But now you need to be liquidated as well. After all, no one can be allowed to know this egg exists in this city. So the real answer was not to side with her at all.
That's it for me.
Okay.
That's it for me. That's it for me.
Yeah. So we'll just drop them all.
That's it for me.
All right. I like how the game is just straight, like, the journal was like, yeah, so you've been duped. The oil is definitely still in the compound. That's a nice little touch. Nice little twist in the typical story, right? Oh no, it got so cold my AC turned off. Now, I know to stream there was probably like a loud hum in the background, but to me it's always been kind of like a dull one. But now that it's not there, it's just like, oh. That's alarming. I'm so used to it that the few times that it turns off, I'm concerned. Oh, man. At least in the winter, it's replaced by a space heater next to my feet because my toesies get coldsies. Hey, what's up, priestess?
Greetings and well met.
How is it that you stand before me? Okay. If you thought that little ambush would finish me, you have no idea who it is you face. You vain idiot. I am not the only one who has no concept for their opponent, but I'm more than prepared to enlighten you. You want the oil, do you? Well, here it is, though it's as close as you'll ever get to it. For now, I shall show you the proper power of Laguadar. Behold his very essence. Okay. Cool. I'm so fucking amazed. He's a dude in a tunic. He's a dead dude in a tunic.
That's it for me. That's it for me.
You got her?
That's it for me.
There we go. Let's see here. Malchor's Punch. Take that. Oil of Laguadar. Thank you. Fucking finally. And real quick, the statue of Laguadar. Massive statues of a large armor-clad warrior with dwarven features and wielding a battle axe. The inscription reads simply Ladugar. Try to remember what you've heard about him. You know nothing of Laguadar. Okay. What if, hold on. Ring of Insight. There is no way we can know anything about Laguadar, I suppose. There we go. Well, either way, he's a bitch, and they're a bunch of dead bitches. So we move on. Alright. So we go back up topside. Hopefully, you know, we're all done down here. Where do we want to go? We want to go to the Market Triangle. It's on the other, excuse me, it's on the other side, so had to mosey on that way. Ugh. What do you want? Get out of my way. Random side note for the upcoming Stardew playthrough, I've taken on quite the task, because what I'm doing is I'm going through the list. I'm going to look at every mod that's compatible with 1.6, and let me tell you, a lot of that is absolute garbage. But I'm trying to see if there's like anything fun and obscure that we can add that's like not going to reinvent the game. I'm avoiding some things that I think, you know, are completely unnecessary. Like, I've seen mods that are like, oh, we've completely reworked the talent tree to be more fun instead of the base traits, and I'm like, I don't need that. That's fine. I have enough things that rework shit. I found a couple new content mods, like locations and stuff, that I'm considering adding in. We'll see. Let's see, which direction do we need to go? Lair of the Riddler, okay. I wonder why it picked this load screen, because this is definitely not what the room looks like. Also, this place looks haunted. Alright. Here you go.
Hello.
I have it. Excellent. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope. It was, actually. The door... Nope. Actually, there was nothing I couldn't handle. This is why I designed my original tests as I did. I knew only a suitable candidate would make it through. And now all I have to do is mix up the mortar softener. And here we are, the softener that will solve the riddle. Oh, before we go, there's a small matter of the chalice. It never left the council of the headquarters. If you look among the pewter cups on the table in the corner, the illusion should be easily discovered now that you know it's there. Now on to the knot. Are we going to get teleported? Oh, we are. Okay. That works for me. One thing I like about this module, if they need you to go somewhere for a quest, they fucking scoot you along. They're not going to fucking make you walk all that way. As soon as Porthia pours the solution onto the knot, the great ball begins to unravel under the force of its own weight. In short order, the knot has disintegrated into a pile of heavy, stringy material. But that's impossible! The knot can't be untied, and yet I see it with my own eyes. What has transpired? How? I can't believe it! I was able to use a magical potion just as the riddle's initiator intended. The riddle's initiator? Somehow I knew the knot's origins weren't as divine as Eastern Magi would have us believe, but it's clever of you. However, you discovered the secret. Regardless, it's fantastic. And to think, I was here to witness history being made. I'll remember this moment forever. Unfortunately for you, the chalice has recently been stolen, so I think you'll find that Cadus here knows exactly where to find it, and it belongs to him anyways. For without his aid, the riddle never would have been solved. I make no claim to the prize myself. And with that, my work of the last century is done. It's time for new challenges, though I don't suppose I'll ever find one as grand as this. Cadus, I thank you again for all you've done and wish you the best in your future. Okay. You're easily able to see through the illusion now that you know where to look. Instantly, the light around one of the pewter goblets begins to warp and change, and within mere seconds, the chalice is revealed. What? How? Who? How? What? Why? The chalice was here all along, disguised by an illusion. How in all of Faerun did you know that? The one who established the illusion was a sphinx, and she told me where to look. Well, I am certainly grateful. You have taken a great weight off my shoulders, and you have more than earned the reward. As for the sphinx who has just caused so much trouble, I shall have to send to the City Watch to arrest her at once. Okay. There's no need to do that. No harm has come of it, and her motives were less than sinister. Oh. Huh. Damn, I actually picked the wrong one. It's fine. I said that was her. That was her, but she looked elven. No, never mind. I don't want to know. That's just the way of magic, I suppose. All is well, and that's what's important. But first, there is a little matter of your reward. I have already paid you in returning the chalice to us, but I have managed to scrounge up this extra gold for your efforts in revealing the identity of the perpetrator. Seems it is a day for you to become even rich, extremely rich, because the award to solving the riddle also goes to you. Both the chalice and the gold that can fit in it are yours. And now our business is concluded. Again, I thank you for your efforts. Go with our thanks and goodwill. Well, what is this chalice? Is it literally just hey, you can sell it? That is literally all it is. Okay. There we go. Hey, side quest done. We got one more to do on our way, and then there's literally nothing but the story. I miss Renara, dude. She didn't add too much. I wouldn't say that any of these characters add too much to the party, but they had just enough. And not having her. That's a tough cookie to crumble. I really hope we don't come across any locks that need to be fucking dealt with, man. I think if we level up, I'm probably going to put one more point into lockpicking just to be safe. But I don't think we will. Level 18 feels like it's probably pushing the cap for this module overall. Alright. Let's get in there. Hopefully this quest isn't a whole fucking rigmarole. We'll give him this item and he can fucking divine for us where we need to go. How much gold do we have, by the way? Oh, we have plenty. Metassin the Magnificent.
What can I do for you?
I've seen it, but complications arose. I'm doing my best to recover it. You don't say. Well, it's not bad news, I suppose. I would even go as far as to say it's great news. At least the diamond's still intact, eh? Hope it's nothing too serious. Do hurry, won't you? Actually, perhaps you could help me. Does the signet ring mean anything to you? No, I can't say that it does. However, I know a man who may be able to help you. His name's Salty Jack. A charming fellow, really. He wanders around the harbor loop. Perhaps not the best-mannered chap, but he's terribly knowledgeable about guilds and organizations in the city. Okay. Alright, I'll go seek him out. Of course. Why would anything be simple? One fucking wild goose chase after another, right? It is what it is. Oh, that was a nice little pop. My AC kicked back in. All's right in the world. I have the dull roar of, air conditioning. And it says exit to the arena district, but it really doesn't matter. Hey, can we fucking skedaddle? What the hell is that? What is going on? There we go. There we go. Right, to the Black Eyed Tavern. Not to be confused with the Black Eyed Peas. Two very different things. Not gonna lie, this sparkling water tea lemonade, very, very different. Actually, this might not be water. I mean, tea is just leaf water, isn't it? That's all it is. It actually does not say sparkling water on it. It says sparkling ice. Oh, Salty Jack, it's time for you to be useful. Okay. It depends what you're looking for. What am I looking for? What I'm looking for? Well, obviously, I do be looking for a gold piece. Only if you tell me what you know about this ring. Salty Jack scrutinizes the ring and lifts its scruffy eyebrow, obviously intrigued. Ah, Salty does recognize this ring. He does indeed. 'Tis the symbol of the West Blades, 'tis. They do be a nasty group. Never do give Jack any gold pieces. They step on Quag, too, on purpose. Where can I find them? Why, to the west, of course. Nay, they do live in the Market Triangle. Here, let old Salty show you. He marks a spot on your map. Here's a gold piece. All right. Thank you kindly. He stuffs the gold piece deep into his pocket of rags. All right, I'll be going. You'll never get in without the passphrase, you blasted barnacle. You must say the passphrase before they'll let you in the hideout. Listen closely, matey, for you'll have to mimic me exactly. Salty Jack proceeds to emit from his throat a series of low, inflected grunting noises. Why, thank you, Salty. What would I do without you? Salty appears genuinely puzzled by your rhetorical question. And we're off. There's a couple more locked doors. I don't know if they mean anything. I feel like every locked door that we've come across has actually like had some kind of purpose, like we end up going in there. So I'm intrigued to see if all those places end up being locations for the story. The story's running out of places it can go. I think we'll go down here. I think there's a locked door next to this area. If I had the gumption, what I should have done when we started, I should have back 25 streams ago, I should have timed how long every load screen is. Just so I could know how much of this playthrough is load screens. Would it compare to Stardew Valley? Not Stardew Valley, I mean Skyrim. My brain wanted to say Starfield. That was the problem. But Starfield really didn't have any problems, load screen wise. What's the passphrase? All right. Oh, bonk the door guard. Okay. You recited, or at least attempted to recite, Salty's passphrase at the door, but instead the ogre guard burst in the street and tried to kill you. Well, that's fine. Because I'll go in and kill everyone else instead. Then turn in this diamond. And then we are off to finish the story. Oh. No words this time?
To the head.
Come on. Damn, I was hoping to have a conversation. Damn. Get the spellcaster. The little fucking twerp. Get him. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy. Alright. Wait, was that a mithril dagger? Ooh, I'm not gonna take it, but neat. Okay. I'll be taking that, thank you. All they had to do was give me the fucking, what's it called? Give me the fucking diamond. They could have kept doing their thing. Mercenaries never take the easy way, easy way out, I suppose. Not when they should. It is what it is. Turn this in, and all we have left is the main story. Without Renara in tow. Oh, excuse me. You know, this building right here, I bet this is like one of the places the main story ends. It's a locked door that we haven't been in. We're gonna kill someone in there, I bet. Mark my words. Whenever we go in there, some big boss is gonna die. I got a feeling. You don't just put a big building right there without, a bad guy dying in it. Especially when it would be putting the villain in, or like a villain, maybe not the villain, but putting a villain in plain sight, right? Alright. Final side quest, here you go.
What can I do for you?
Alright, you're back. Have you found the diamond? Here you go. Why, sir, I'm speechless. For the first time in my life, not one adjective comes to mind that can express my current emotion. Here, follow me. You'll want to see this. Come quickly. Good, great, fantastic. Stand right there. Let me see. Metaston flips through some parchment from a pocket in his robe. Ah, here we go. Brilliant. Ah, brilliant, splendid, terrific, magnificent. It worked, friend, it worked. Come see. As you peer into the telescope, you see the sky leap into focus. The sea of night is filled with a myriad of stars, moons, and planets. But a silver speck of light streaking across the sky catches your eye. You saw it then, did you? Oh, splendid, simply brilliant. The casting created a shooting star in the sea of night, friend. It triggered its flight across the heavens. How do you like that, eh? That is magnificent, genuinely. Why, I'm ecstatic that you think so, sir. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it just grand? Of course, I mustn't forget the matter of the gold reward, eh? Splendid, splendid. Here, take it with the most heartfelt thanks. Farewell, Cadus. Do come back again. You will, won't you? Won't you, please? No, we're leaving now. So, he caused a star to shoot across the sky? Okay. Yeah, most heartfelt thanks, truly. I guess that's interesting. What if it lands and like takes out half the city? I also think it's interesting that instead of continuing the conversation, we just left without checking his wares or anything. All right, into the arena district. We're going to go at the south gate because I don't know where we're supposed to go. I'm betting it's one of the houses in the middle. Not the one far down the line. It'll be close to the arena. Sandwiched between that quest where we shoved the gnome in the closet and the arena. I don't know this map well enough to state with accuracy. I like how, by the way, the arena they made, that feels like the arena I tried to make in Minecraft like 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, it's probably closer to 5 or 6. No? Okay. No, I was completely wrong. It's in the cemetery. There's the winery. Over there is where we killed Renara's enemies, and then she fucking left us. What a bitch. No, I understand. This is above her pay grade, so. As you approach, the man turns to you with cold, dead eyes. Look closely at the man. You notice nothing unusual. I must do my work.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to the Brother Tobias Winery, my friend. We make the finest wine on the Dragon Coast. By my word, the gods have ne'er tasted a sweeter libation.
Who are you?
My name is Tobias Timble. I run the winery here. Have for several years running. Oh, it's such
Timble's
a
about to take a
pleasure to
tumble.
meet you. I do so enjoy meeting new people.
What can you tell me about this talisman?
Oh, well, I never thought I'd see this again. A year or two ago, I came up with
Like
this
that one,
idea
Vixen.
that all the workers here at the winery would wear talismans. Or would that be talismen? Anyway, I worked for 2 whole weeks on this example talisman here. Unfortunately, when I took it to a jeweler to have it reproduced in true gold, the price he gave me was just too high. It was the same with all the other jewelers I spoke to. Very sad, really. Afterward, I lost track of the model I created, and now, somehow, it's ended up in your hands.
If you don't mind, I'll have a look around.
Oh, certainly. In case you're wondering, this place used to be a monastery. When I took over the place, I decided to stick with the theme and have my workers dress up as monks. Sets us apart from the competition, don't you think? Mind the cellar door as you're looking around. We've got a bit of a rat problem. Sometimes they sneak up from the cellar and nibble on your toes.
We didn't ask about the wine because I have a feeling it's not wine.
Hello again, friend.
The weapons on this rack are all well maintained, not a spot of rust in sight. Some of them are haphazardly stacked as if recently used. Okay, same with that one, huh? Monk's Journal. Some of the pages have been torn out, possibly to be used as kindling in the fireplace of Brother Tobias Winery. Last entry you can make out dates almost 3 years ago. Wretch Tittle seems especially anxious about the strange sounds coming from beneath the cellar. You can tell by the way the bard insists on playing a song or telling a joke every time we hear the unexplained footsteps or rumbling a stone. Today he remarked that the ancient dragon Kitstoversthar might still be alive, and the sounds we hear, the grumblings of the stomach, are the grumblings of a stomach eager to fill itself with halfling meat. Of course, if Wretch Tittle really thought that, I doubt he would have remained as our visitor for so long. Nimian believes the sounds are coming from the undead stirring from their places of rest in the catacombs. He believes we should actively look into the cause of the disturbance. Of course, the way the noises have grown louder and more frequent in recent days, I have to wonder if the disturbance won't come to us. Okay, the door apparently leads to the cellar. It's hard to imagine how the rats Tobias spoke of could make it through the locked door to nibble on people's toes. Put your ear to the door and listen for rats. You hear nothing unusual.
Direct me.
Okay. Alright.
Hello again, friend. What can I do for you?
Certainly have a lot of weapons around here.
Those are just left over from the monastery days. I decided to keep them around to add a sense of authenticity.
This journal I found mentions a halfling who visited the
A
monastery.
journal, you say? Well, you certainly have been looking around, haven't you? Let's see. Yes, this apparently belonged to one of the monks who used to reside here. Before my time, obviously. I'm sure I would have remembered a halfling bard coming to visit.
Huh. What am I supposed to do here, I wonder? The Macarena? I mean, I'll bust out the Macarena right now if that's what gets me through to the next part of the quest, you know what I mean? Do I have any gear that might help? What about a wisdom necklace? Okay. I don't think Cat's Grace is gonna help, but fuck it. Oh, I see it out of the corner of my eye, just so folks are aware, there is an ad break coming up in just about a minute. It's the usual 3-minute ad break. It happens once every hour. But we'll be right here as I try to figure out what the hell we're going to do about this. What's the grinning skull? Okay. You know what? Put that on. Look more closely at the man. What first seems to be a wine stain on the man's robe actually appears to be blood. There we go. We just had to look for the one that had his hood off.
What can I do for you?
One of your employees seems to have blood on his clothing.
Oh yes, that. There's a good reason for that. Ah, enough of this. You've obviously figured out that something is going on here. Well, since you've gone and poked your nose in every corner, I guess you deserve an answer. This is no real winery. However, these are real monks that surround you. They also happen to be vampires, as is the true
Right, he just
owner
gave it
of
up
this place.
immediately.
We're all slaves of this particular owner, you see. Even me, though he's deigned to allow me to keep my wits. Ah, it feels good to drop the facade, even if just for a few moments. Now, I'm sorry to say it's time to set things back to the way they were and raise the facade once more.
And then maybe
And he's dead. Ah, you've got an idea. Let me tell you. Yeah, like, oh, okay, you've spotted a little bit of blood. Well then, let's talk about it. It's the facade of light. Yep, fucking got him. Vampires, an overview. Okay, cellar door, the sash of shimmering, the flute, coffin's call. I'll take that. Okay.
My steel shall lead the direct me. Yes.
I'm not going to listen to him go, my steel shall lead the
My
way.
steel shall lead the way.
Okay, never mind, he did.
Yes.
Okay, well, real quick. Vixie. Oh, is that Sean Connery vibes? Well, I'm glad I could provide. Alright, and last point goes into diplomacy, just in case. My steel shall lead the way. I mean, he's the one busting it out, you know? It reminds me of how, I think it was for The Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy, I believe he said that for his Bane voice, he said that he channeled Sean Connery. That was the whole fucking, the whole voice was like him basically, you know, his tracks leading through the dusty floor to the back wall. It was him channel, like, you know, him trying to mimic Sean Connery's voice. Something like that.
Here's something. Check it out.
A closer inspection reveals that the red liquid in the bucket is not wine, it's blood. The bucket has obviously been filled from the casks here. The whole cellar is one huge, fresh blood reserve. I thought I was going to say reservoir. Okay. Well, the bucket. I mean, it's the blood bucket. It's the bucket. The fuck it, Blucket. Descent into madness. A tomb. And yet if our prior experiences are anything to go by, not all the occupants will be entirely at peace. And this proves to be the case. I've got a special present for them. The undead fall easily before tears' glory. That said the word as reservoir? Reservoir? Oh my god. Let's take this things how we come, shall we? Onwards then. Real quick.
Direct me.
Sure.
Everyone follow me and try to keep up.
These?
My steel shall lead the way.
Bam, there you go.
Everyone follow me and try to keep up.
Some perv is in the reservoirs.
I'm gonna finish the story. Is anyone else doing that?
That is in fact the plan, Rogue. Absolutely. Good evening. Welcome on in. You know, I'll take all this vintage red. Why not? Did I get it all? I don't know. Let's check this way first. Turn it around. Absolutely. Get you some rest. It's about that time of night.
This one's mine.
Easy. Something's on the other side of this door. Well, let's get rid of it. There we go. Easy. What's in this sarcophagus? Sarcophagi? Sarcophagus. Okay. Celine has to feed on Princess Bubblegum. She calls it low-grade red. Oh, by all the gods, do you never go away? And who's this tasty morsel, Latasha? It's the adventurer I keep telling you about. It seems he's simply determined to interfere at every turn. What a surprise! More banter! And why do you think this will turn out any better for you than our first 2 meetings? You're correct that my history against you is less than impressive, but it would simply note that I am no longer surrounded by mere idiots. No, these are night masks. Alright. Good, because I have a score to settle with them as well. I and they you, from all accounts. And now it seems you'll both get your chance. So we finally come to the good part, eh? Aye, there's no need to delay this further.
Die! Die and be
Come on. Oh no, I'm dazed. She ran away. You may have won the battle, but you've not won the war. Savor this victory. Oh my god. The other end, thinking it was full and it wasn't, so just to cut 2 down. Oh, I've done that before. Where you just pick it up, you're like, whoa! You know. Yeah. And it's always sad because then you're like, I thought I had more drink than that. Come on. Would you die? There we go. There we go. Well, I believe now we have to chase them down, right? Latasha's body lies in this coffin, her wounds, to your horror, resealing themselves at a frightening rate.
Tisk tisk. You run off to fight vampires, and you don't even bring a single wooden stake. What would you do without me?
Spark, you called it. You called it, Spark. I actually didn't think she would come back. Okay. What are you doing here?
Weirdest thing. I was sitting on a ship getting ready to leave Westgate once and for all when it hit me. If the night masks have grown in power since I left, they've probably grown in wealth as well.
Hell yeah.
I did a few calculations in my head and decided that getting into their coffers was worth the risk after all. From there, of course, it was a small matter to track you down.
Okay. A likely explanation. Regardless, I'm glad to have you back.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to another sea voyage at this point anyway.
We're not gonna...
My stomach hasn't recovered from the
We're not
last
gonna
one.
insult her and be like,
Let's
you're
get
in love
moving.
with me.
I'd
Let's
rather
go.
not be caught flat-footed when the vampires attack.
Alright. Drive a stake through her heart. Alright. You spot a pile of dust in the coffin, presumably a vestige of Latasha's that was left behind when she was staked. Collect the dust. Deathly pale body of Creel. Stake through the heart. We definitely give love a bad name. To your horror, yep. Drive a stake through his heart. That's a banger. Okay, you notice a dagger in the coffin. Pick up the dagger. All right. What's this way? Did these both go the same way? I think not, actually. I'm just running through all the traps. Fuck it. What are they going to do? Hurt me? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Feel free. I feel bad for the ugly, for the ugly mug you're going to put in the game, but, whoever it has, hopefully, or whoever has the mug, hopefully they can, get by. Okay. He's nicking it. No, that's more than fair, really. I get that. Absolutely feel free. Okay, come on. There we go. By the way, side note, I love how I took that level up, put a point into lockpicking and everything. Turns out we don't need it. Because we got her back.
Everyone follow me and try to keep up.
The fuck is this statue? The pious monk portrayed by this stone statue has his hands raised to the air as if invoking a long-forgotten blessing. The altar before you bears intricate carvings. 11 symbols have been engraved into the circle at the altar's surface. At the center of the circle of symbols, you notice words carved into the dark stone. The words are as follows. A brother's ashes start the right, where once was. Darkness turns to light. In case this is a bad decision. Place the vampire's ashes on the altar. As the ashes come into contact with the surface of the altar, they disintegrate to tiny red sparks, which drift upward into nothingness. When you look back at the altar, the 3 lines engraved have suddenly expanded into 6 separate stanzas. A brother's ashes start the right, where once was darkness turns to light. The way then shall become clear, for home is close, my sanctum is near. First answer, twice, what we most fear, through which even immortals cannot persevere. One's but an annoyance, the other our bane. With each answer you come closer, only one step remains. What now lets friends in and keeps our foes out? What deters the weak and rewards the devout? Admits the brothers of the night with masks of shadow, fangs gleaming bright. A sacrifice, a simple sin. Let life run out and be let in. Okay. Okay. First answer twice, what we most fear. Okay. Such a way with poetry. You mean stumbling through every stanza? How you doing, Charlie? Welcome on in. It's good to see you, man. Okay. Okay. Sun. Huh. Okay. Okay. Glad to see you. Of course, absolutely. We're always here. Okay. So wait. Does it do the same? Oh, as your fingers graze the symbol, it flares suddenly to life. You seem to have done something correct. Okay. G A. Bastard with this jog. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta take a step back and approach it tomorrow, or the next day. Little break's always good, and then you approach it with bright eyes, bushy tails, and end up one-shotting it. In my experience. Okay. All right, so it's G A R N? No. G A R Okay. Garl. Okay. G A R, what was it? L? G A R L. Okay. R L. No. G A R L. Huh. Garlic. Well, that did something. So that was the first answer. Sun. Light. There we go. Behind you, midair, particles of energy begin to gather and coalesce. They writhe wildly as if waiting to be harnessed. Cut your finger with the sacrificial dagger you found and let your blood drip on the altar. I would have stumbled into garlic with the way I was doing it, but for some reason, because it said the two enemies of the vampires, my brain was immediately going to sunlight. So Garl, I was just kind of sat there like, what? What is this a person's name? Am I wrong? But no, it's the other enemy of vampires, garlic. Okay. As your blood touches the altar, steam shoots up from its surface, and the letters on it all flare up brightly one last time, then fade away. The particles in the air swirl faster and faster and begin making a buzzing sound. Just as the noise rises to a crescendo, the particles all suddenly disappear, and in their place is what appears to be a thin, circular doorway in midair, a portal whose surface is a filmy orange shivers before you. Okay. Step through. Wait, let's not be hasty, Cadus. We don't know what this portal leads to. I have a feeling that once we step through, it might not be easy to return. What do you suggest we do? Let's finish our business in the city and make sure we're completely ready before we proceed through. Remember, we have no idea where this will take us. That's sound advice. Let's head back. Actually, let's not. We're ready. That's the game's way of going, hey, you're going forward. Uh-oh. Look at this vampire motherfucker. As a side note, it's 100%. It's called Minami Lane? What's Minami Lane like? We're going to hold that side note.
This is most amusing. Westgate hoards dark, secret places like a miser hoards gold. Yet you choose the lair of the Faceless himself to stumble upon. The gods of mortals are whimsical indeed. As you have doubtless already surmised, the intrigues of mortal deities no longer afflict me. I am Orbak, the Faceless, yet often called the Night King, ruler of the Night Masks. Your life is yours for the moment, but I will have your secrets. Who are you?
My name's Cadus.
I asked as a courtesy. Your name is, of course, already known. Of greater interest to me is why you are here in Westgate.
Different missions you have seen. Huh. Interesting. Actually sounds pretty neat.
To be more specific, why you are in my hidden lair. None know of this place. Has Tobias betrayed me, perhaps?
Tobias is dead.
Tobias is dead. A shame. He deserved to suffer an agonizing end for betraying the winery's true purpose. But enough of that. I am skilled enough in the arcane arts to sense a curse upon you. An extremely malignant curse. I believe I know the source. You have in your possession a cursed domino mask. I know the history of the object, and indeed its cure. If you are willing to listen, I will deign to enlighten you on the subject.
Go ahead.
The cursed mask you hold is tied to the spirit of a priestess who, lamentably, pried too deeply into night mask business. Her name was Alandra of the Flails. She followed Hor, god of vengeance, and her single-mindedness allowed her to avoid a final death. As fortune would have it, I possess a duplicate mask that would, when worn, remove the curse. Alas, I am unwilling to hand over this mask. This leaves us in something of a quandary. You see, there is another way to rid you of your curse.
Tell me of the cure.
You are an individual of some power. If this were not so, you would already be dead. I could use you in my organization. I would need to guarantee your loyalty first, but that is easily done. Accept the blessing of vampirism. Submit yourself to my fangs and gain power beyond the dreams of any mortal. The night is a loving mistress, one who scorns the sun's thirst for entropy. Immortality can be yours. No spirit can haunt the dreams of those who do not sleep.
There are a few disadvantages to vampirism as well, such as, the fact that you become his slave. You can't do this.
You are a fool if you even consider his offer, and a weak fool at that. I trust you have enough moral conviction to refuse.
Listen to his words. Embrace the darkness.
Oh no.
To yearn for light and warmth and love. It is foolishness, as I have learned. This is a great gift he offers you. Do not spurn it.
Well, what do
We
you
pushed
say?
him. We pushed him too far down the path of darkness. Okay, so here's the thing. We are an evil character, but we're lawful evil. And we don't get down with vampires in this house. Okay. Alright. Your promise intrigues me, but I would not serve you. I'm my own master.
A position I can respect, although not the answer I desired. A shame. You would have served me well.
Very edgy.
Perhaps you may still have your...
He's deep in
instincts
Shar's pocket.
The mistress was right about you. You have led us to the lair of the Faceless himself.
What is this? Ebon Claws have followed you here? Foolish mortal.
Yes, yes. And now you are trapped. Trapped like a rat. We shall slay you, and then the glorious mistress shall assume the position of Faceless.
Trapped, but hardly powerless. Prepare to learn the true measure of a vampire lord, fools.
Oh, he's about to get obliterated. Fuck him up. He got knocked down off the bat.
You will die by the
Uh-oh, I'm dazed. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get him.
No! This cannot be!
The Night King is defeated. Yes, all that remains is to find his coffin and drive a stake into his corpse. Well, that and one other small matter. Your death. Yes, you have been fortunate to come this far, my friend, but I'm afraid your fortune's about to turn sour. What are you talking about? I told the mistress that you have been a useful tool to the Evenclaws and could be again, but she insists that your presence endangers her plan to take over the Night Masks. Who is this mistress of yours? I will not be sharing any secrets with you, no matter how confident I am that you are about to die. It benefits me none, but I could harm the mistress, should you manage to survive. I've been impressed with your abilities, Cadus. Yes, you have been useful to us. I'd like to put the Ebon blood in you and have you serve me. Unfortunately, the mistress commands me to slay you outright. Okay. If you've been paying attention, you know that I haven't been defeated yet. You'd be a fool to try. Neither had Orkbach had been defeated until tonight. You share his overconfidence, and now you'll share his fate. We've talked enough. Even now, the Night King restores himself in his coffin. Come, Ebon Claws, we must eliminate this threat quickly. No, don't let her run. Track her down. Come on. Nice try, Altama. Altama's Equalizer. Heart of the Beast. I'll take that. Thank you. Okay. Well. Oh, we only have one door. I was about to say we got two doors. Which one's the one? But no, we only had one. Candelabra. Okay. Several great tallow candles flicker softly in the darkness. A few drops of wax have been dripped into an ornate candelabra. Yeah, you would think so. Like, you know, we've made it this far, and they're like, yeah, but you're overconfident. Are you sure about that? Break the candelabra to make a wooden stake. Okay. The faceless Orkbach lies in his coffin, his body quickly regenerating. Drive a stake through his heart. Okay. There's no sign of a duplicate domino mask Orkbach mentioned.
Were you looking for this? I took the liberty of removing it from the coffin during your little showdown. Orbach thought himself clever, but he failed to notice my gaseous form drifting through the entrance to his precious saint. Now he is dead, and a new Faceless must arise to lead the Night Masks. Did you truly think that wretched were-rat could have masterminded such a coup? Altama was a pawn, as were the Evenclaws. Westgate shall have a new Night Queen, Tasheni, formerly Countess of Shades.
Tasheni?
Mantides? Is that you? This is something I had never anticipated.
Tasheni. I mourned you for 3 years. It's strange, but I feel nothing. You truly are dead to me. I have found solace in Shar now.
Oh, hell yeah. Tashini stares at Mantides for a moment and amazingly looks of deep sorrow filter briefly behind her feral eyes. Then she releases a cold, hollow laugh. Welcome back, Moon.
I'm not the only one who's changed a great deal since we last saw each other. I'd almost be inclined to welcome you into the Night Masks, but I'm afraid you'd be one turncoat too many. Now, enough talk. My Fire Knife allies have arrived. Word of the true nature of the Night Mask leaders cannot be allowed to spread. It's time for you all to die.
I wonder if he had, like, you know, managed to overcome, you know, everything and return to the path of Lathander. I wonder how that dialogue would have went differently. One day we might find out. Or I might find out. Have you become Shadow Lord yet? Oh, we're about to, actually. I think this is the last fight. Right? I'll say in her case, I don't think she didn't necessarily betray us. She just, you know, is a bitch. This is the spot where Tashini vanished into a gaseous form. You spot Orbach's duplicate domino mask lying on the stone floor. Pick up the mask. You place the mask firmly over your face, your body tingling in anticipation. For several long moments you wait, but nothing happens. You slowly come to the realization that this is in fact just a common domino mask. It appears that you have been duped. Huh. Well, the sly blade, I'll take that, thank you. I love named weapons. The coffin is empty. Stupid ass Kate. I know, right? Kata's got fucking duped. Break the candelabra. Make a wooden stake just in case. You know what? Hold on. Let's hook Renara up with the heel.
Evil beware. I am in charge now.
Direct me.
And there we go.
Yes.
I'll keep the mask on. Fuck it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is there something back here? Nope. No dust? Yeah, no dust either. Huh. Oh. As you approach the mystic portal, you feel a sudden chill and an eerie gust of wind blow through the chamber. The lights dim as darkness descends. Welcome on in, Ing. It's good to see you. Oh.
Go there and see with my eyes. Don the mask, and the way shall be clear. You cannot defy me.
Whoa. Who are you?
No more questions. Just go, and all shall be made clear.
You leave me a little choice, it seems.
Are you all right?
Who were you talking to?
What, you didn't say anything? Banshee or something?
A banshee? I'm afraid not.
Alright. Alright, then it seems I have another vision. Nevertheless, I now know our next step. Follow me. Your mask has gained a new power. I guess we're off to... I wonder if... Or we're going to have to, like, walk the whole way? I guess so, yeah. Let's fucking move. I'm glad the ending of the game so far is at least fucking voiced. Jesus. So many important cutscenes that had no voice acting up to this point. The mask radiates with energy as you pass by this statue. Elandra's ghostly trail of footprints led you to the statue. The secret door hidden behind the statue leads to the Undergate. Oh. Wow, they thought of everything. Go toward dialogue window. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Obsidian, you know? They had a way of doing things back then. And it worked for multiple games. Just count your lucky stars you didn't see that fucking dialogue window appear in Fallout New Vegas. Okay. If it ain't broke, exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. Okay. Can we actually heal? We can. I wasn't sure if we could rest here. It's typically we've only been able to rest in taverns, so. see where we need to look. The stone here? No? Okay. Go to Undergate and see with my eyes. That is a very interesting autocorrect. Yeah. I mean, I knew what you meant, but yeah, that's a weird one. Okay. Wait, I wonder. There it is. Ah, we were wearing the wrong domino mask. Is it gonna take us? No, okay. I thought it was gonna take us to the fucking boulder over there. Oh. No? Alright. A large pile of junk is stacked against the wall. Hidden behind the pile, you see a long tunnel leading into the darkness. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's saved. I think we need to take the mask, like put on the other mask now. Ugh, this place smells horrible. Stench of death and the dying. Evil. I can feel it in my skin, in my hair, in my teeth. Unless I miss my guess, Cadus, we've gone quite a ways under the city. And to think that no one knows it's here. Quiet. Do you hear that? What? The sound of flowing liquid, like water through pipes. But where's it coming from? The pipes next to us, maybe? I think I hear something too, and there's something else. Is that a faint pumping sound? And quite regular, too. Almost as if it's a heartbeat. Ugh, unholiness. Okay, everyone, let's just get this over with. Right, I'm ready. After you. A giant heart. Could be a giant heart. Let's go ahead and save. Try to type in order to get the rest paid off, and the phone said, no, I think you meant in order to get he the rest paid off. Definitely a mark of poor autocorrect functionality. Okay. Post vampire slaughter. Oopsie payment. I mean, you probably should, you know, pay for good service, right? Oh. Get back into your pin, meat. What's this knocking at my door? Visitors? Aren't you a little short to be intimidating? A fleshling. Come in. We're just about to eat. He doesn't have a beard. Come on now. Gnome vampire leader? Dude, I wish I was intimidated by a gnome vampire. Are they all gnomes? What the hell?
This weapon isn't doing anything! Fight, coward!
Cadus yells like a champ. I think I picked a pretty decent voice for Cadus, yeah.
Try not to bleed on me too much, fool. Come taste tear.
Yeah, very interesting placement for the rock boy there. Okay. Let's see. The creature standing before you seems to only vaguely aware of your presence. Despite the pale skin, unseeing eyes, and lethargic movements, this pathetic figure appears to be human. Human livestock. We should put him out and the others out of their misery, right after we deal with those who are responsible for this. It makes sense, doesn't it? The Night Masks needed a way to feed all those vampires without drawing attention to themselves. What better way than to start their own blood factory? The feeble man turns in your direction. Who are you? Man cocks his head to the side of your voice, but offers no response other than to edge away from you. Is there some way I can help? Does not respond, but his complete lack of understanding is answer enough. There's nothing you can do for this poor creature. Slap him in the face. Cowers like a whipped dog. All right. Side note, look, is that supposed to be huge pods of garlic? Like, what the fuck? Huh. Okay. Unlock from stream. Sometimes we get locked in, you know, I get it. Still dressed in the tattered remains of his expensive clerical vestments, Obid's butchered corpse is covered in blood. Manual on blood harvesting. A large leather-bound book rests here among the dried bloodstains and scattered bones. Take the book. Okay. Alright. The ghastly tome appears to be a manual on the breeding and harvesting of human cattle. The first few pages contain an overview of the process. Okay. Once born, the cattle is to be aged to maturity over the course of several days in accordance to the rituals outlined herein. Attempting to speed up the process may produce inferior results. On the other hand, allowing a cattle to live past its harvesting state may give it time to develop muscle control and an increased level of consciousness, making it more difficult to control. When the cattle is mature, it's to be bled accordingly to the instructions herein. Sloppy work will not be tolerated. The cattle are to be the property of Orkbach to use in sustaining his kingdom. Once the cattle has been completely drained, its blood is to be delivered to the Brother Tobias winery for final processing and storage. Cattle remains should be disposed of in one of the prescribed ways. Jesus Christ. One final note. At no time are you to disturb the Banshee or her guardian. Their presence frightens off unwanted visitors and is therefore vital to the security of the operation. The Night King takes great pleasure in the role they serve here. Okay. Would that be them right there?
Run away, intruder. Let fear give you flight. You have seen many horrors in this place, but there is naught that can prepare you for the horror of your own death. I know this well.
Who are you?
I am accustomed to introducing myself as Sir Peregrine, Knight of Tyr. But in truth, I am no longer that person.
Okay. Sounds good, Witchy. Well, thank you for lurking with us. Yeah, the night's going well so far. I hope the night's treating you well as well. It's always a pleasure to see you. Yeah. Get comfy and lurk away, absolutely.
Fear stripped me of my honorable titles, even before death took the rest of my identity.
How'd you die?
It is a lengthy tale, but I will tell you if you wish. Perhaps it will make you understand why you should be afraid.
I'm not, but go ahead with the lore drop.
I was the companion of Alandra of the Flails. More than that, in truth. We were united by love, in addition to our common cause of fighting the Night Masks. Together, we discovered the unspeakable secret they were hiding from Westgate.
You're speaking of the vampires in the Court of Nightmasters.
The revelation that the Night Masks were run by vampires was only the prelude to a greater horror. The real revelation was this butcher operation they are running in this place. By breeding and magically aging humans, the Night Masks ensure a constant food supply for their blood-sucking minions. It allows the number of vampires within their ranks to increase dramatically.
Not anymore. We put a stop to it.
Did you? And for how long? Alandra and I also foiled their plan, temporarily. Clearly, they have recovered, and they will recover again. At the time, the operation was in its infancy. Alandra was the one who learned of it, and led the charge into battle. I followed her for as long as I could. But then, the fear began to take hold of me. Not the magical variety vampires use against their enemies. Something more deep-seated. When swords were drawn and fangs bared for our final assault on the Night Masks, I did what my nature demanded.
What a wimp.
I ran. Unfortunately, it was too late. The Night Masks overtook me. The last thing I saw was Alandra fighting her way toward me. Whether to heal me or kill me, I do not know. With her dying breath, Alandra cursed the Night Masks, and me along with them. When my own breath failed, I became a Death Knight. Now I am condemned to guard her for eternity. Or should I say, what's become of her? You see, in death, I no longer fear. I am incapable of it.
Yeah, we picked up on that.
That is my tale, intruder. Now you can flee in terror. But when you do, be sure not to hesitate as I did.
Okay.
We shall be at your heels.
You died because you were afraid to fight. I won't make the same mistake.
If you will not flee, then you will remain here with us forever.
Okay. Let's go, bitch. You ain't scared of no Death Knight. Okay. Fury Warrior versus Death Knight. Warrior sometimes wins. Much like a World of Warcraft PvP situation, it takes 4 people to kill the Death Knight. Alright, Scythe. Ring of the Shattered Vow. Take that. Kind of wish I could have gotten that armor set. Looked pretty snazzy, but it is what it is.
Don the mask. It is the only thing that can save you from me.
Okay. If you say so.
Try not to bleed on me too much.
Oh.
This is delicious. The little mortal slays the faceless, the only creature in Westgate that could have challenged me. Then my dear friends, Altama and Tasheni, and then adds another dozen cursed souls to my collection.
Who the fuck are you?
It's a shame you put that undead witch to rest before I arrived. She would have made a great prize. I wonder if you'll be nice enough to let me have your soul as a replacement.
What's this talk of souls? Who are you, really?
Who am I? That question has 1,000 separate answers on 100 different planes. But in the here and now, I am Zymina. I must confess, however, that I am not quite all that I appear.
They need to get her a different mic for this
I must
vocal
confess,
recording.
I never expected this to be quite so easy. That foolish creature Tasheni and her were-rat puppet didn't suspect a thing. A ruse within a ruse within a ruse. Hardly a complex web to my kind, but enough to ensnare those two. I am slightly disappointed in Orbak. I had heard such promising things about him. I can hardly wait to claim his soul for the Blood War. First things first, however.
Sun and air fryer, right? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Oh, we're dealing with
thanks for all
succubi?
your work on my behalf, little puppet. You've been a most excellent tool. The players are all dead, and to the victor goes the spoils.
What the fuck? I killed him. Thanks, Pinocchio, and all that. Yeah.
What? Who dares?
Always make sure You understand the nature of the game before declaring yourself the winner, fiend.
What the fuck?
You think to trick me, mortal? I saw the faceless perish. For your arrogance, I shall inflict an eternity of torment
What?
upon your worthless soul.
I'm getting so lost. It's all moon booty. Those succubi stockings? No, unfortunately. There's a plot I'm meant to be following. Guess she doesn't know Orcbox origin. Yeah, the module didn't delve. The module didn't delve into. So it definitely makes it seem like. Let's see what happens after we kill this thing. Was that like the mother of succubi or something? Like, what the hell was that?
Thank you, stranger. Because of your heroism, the curse has been lifted, and I am free to go to the throne of my god and receive the eternal reward I have been promised. Before I go, know that my wrath will be sated, my retribution complete. This place, this wretched place, will be obliterated and buried beneath the very mass of Faerun. By my hand, the evil that occurred here will be lost to the memories of humankind forever! However, no more blood will ever again be spilled here, and certainly no more of yours. Come, and let me transport you to safety. Go with my blessing, and with my thanks.
Well, let's see where things go before I do an analysis of this. I was understanding the story. Emphasis on was. Yeah. I can explain everything up until the point that Zymena person appeared. That throws a whole wrench into everything.
You awaken. Good. That wretched spirit may have bought you a few extra minutes of life, but the game ends now. Your part is done. It is time that I remove the final piece from the board.
What have you done to my companions?
They live, although they shall soon wish they did not. The Banshee's teleportation spell hit them harder than you. Her magic was crude, but quite powerful.
Okay.
It almost killed them, much as you believed you had killed me, yes? Suffice to say that in Westgate, anything is possible. Vampires don't die easily, and that applies tenfold to an archmage. You did what I had planned for you to do, to a point. I suspected Tasheni was behind the Ebon Claws, but she was never my equal, or even close. Whoever was leading the organization was almost my match. I needed to take drastic action to draw out the greater power. I faked my own death, and you were my tool. Indeed, I sacrificed 2 of my servitor vampires, as well as Tobias and the winery, in order to ensnare you. Had you performed your role and left, I would have allowed you to live, perhaps. I did not plan for the cursed spirit to reveal the location of my greatest operation.
Huh.
The factory was the source of blood that was to feed the empire I am forging. You destroyed it, and with it inflicted considerable damage to my plans.
Your plans are the least you have to worry about.
Ah, ever the belligerent one. I should dismember you slowly for the amusement of the court. But enough talk. It is time for you to die.
The morning sun rises over Westgate, the first gentle rays sweeping the shadows of night away from the dingy streets. I was wondering if that was intentional, or if that was just the game's engine fucking messing.
Not now.
You know, messing with the timing. Let's see here. Yes, when will you villains... No, we're not going to go the villains route because we're an evil guy. What's the matter? You are looking a little pale. You could use some sun.
The morning sun isn't nearly strong enough to destroy me as it might my servants. I have time enough to return to my lair. Make sure you are gone from the city by the time the sun sets once more, or my servants will hunt you down. That is a promise.
I'll be back, Orbach. I have a stake with your name in it. Orbach doesn't reply. He simply regards you with his hypnotic gaze, a look of respect and hatred that promises much should you ever meet again. The end. Okay, so let's talk about how this module starts. You're a treasure. You're delving for treasure. You find a mask. It's a cursed mask. You're now cursed. All right. Okay, what the freak just happened? Oh, we're gonna go over it real fast, Moon Booty, because unlike all the other modules, this does take some dissecting. First and foremost, he is a Chooch, absolutely. Didn't want to catch the Cadus hand, you're absolutely right. When you're a DM and can't think of the word stat block. You know, sometimes our brains just overpower us, Katie. So, we come to this city, figure out the curse of the mask, alright? Ignore all the little side stories along the way. Figure out this mask was cursed because someone was fighting these night masks, this criminal organization. They died. Ilana of the Flails. They died. As they were dying, they shouted a curse, and it cursed the mask. All right. Who fights a mask? The night masks. Or I guess the day masks. So then we go, okay, so we're going to take down the night masks. Okay. Go about the process. You find out they're vampires. They're like, they're all fucking toying with you. Like, I have a mask that if you put it on, it will remove the curse that's put upon you. That didn't work. We get attacked by the Ebon Claws because we've helped the Ebon Claws up to this point. I'm going to delay that ad break because we've got to do a little bit of a ramble session here. Okay. We help the knight or the Ebon Claws, and they go, ooh, but the person who's actually in charge says that we have to kill you. So we kill them, and then the person who is actually in charge, who is actually, a member of the court that this vampire lord dude was part of, it's like, I've been operating in the shadows this whole time, and now that he's dead, you're gonna die too. And it's like, okay, so then we kill them, and then it turns out that we have to go shut down this blood cattle operation, and then we have to kill the cowardice lover of the person who cursed the mask, and then we kill the person who cursed the mask. And then the NPC who was the helper to the fucking Ebon Claws, turns out, they were actually weaving a fucking web of their own, and they're a demon here to take over the city. But then Orkbach appears, it seemed like he's a spirit. He's like, but I'm actually still controlling the game. And then we kill them, And then the spirit of the mask goes, thank you for lifting the curse. Here, let me teleport you to safety. And then afterwards, we land, and the vampire dude appears and goes, I'm actually an archmage vampire, and you did not kill me. I'm going to hunt you down. But then the sun rises, and he goes, another day. And that's the end of the game. All the praise that I gave to this module completely unraveled in the last like 20 minutes. I thought the storytelling was good. I thought the side quests were well done. I thought the character stories were a little short, but they were compelling. Oh, also the vampire lady that, tried to attack us. That was also the former lover of the paladin on our side. Well, the servant to Shar, whatever he is now. That was just a nice little wrench thrown in the thing. So at least it felt like everything was connecting, and then it all fell apart. A lot of films do that, lose themselves in the final act. Yeah, because they don't write the ending. And I'm a big proponent of, if you're going to write a story, you start with the ending. Because you need to start with the ending, and then the beginning, and then the rest fills itself out naturally, I feel like. And this is a module that really felt like it fucking had a start and just kind of really unraveled from there. You have to know some of the older lore of Forgotten Realms. That doesn't surprise me because there's references to like Minx and his space hamster. So the developer of this clearly has a lot of like deep knowledge of it, but like it just felt like a very ham-fisted way to be like, oh, that's why the ending is what it is because this is going to be a super powerful vampire dude who you're not going to be able to kill in lore. Petered out like a damp fart, pretty much. Like, I don't think the story needed to go that route. And I don't think, honestly, a lot of people that are going to play the mod, or that played the module, let's be honest, there's not going to be a lot of new players to this. I don't think a lot of people that played the module are going to know that deep of lore. Not without it being spelled out to them. Now, if they had taken the approach of explaining who this character was at the start of the module, I think that would have been fine. But I believe in always treat it as, especially something like this, you always treat it as if the player playing it is new to it, And like, while it's very obvious early on that we're dealing with vampires, like I don't think, yeah, exactly. They don't see the view from the outside. And that is a huge problem with the ending to that module there, I think. Huge problem. I don't know. Overall, I thought it was good. I'd put it as the second or the third best module of it, Concept, big in battle, I love the idea of. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's... Yeah, personally, like, I feel like that's all the, like, small stories that I've wrote that I've really enjoyed and shit. It's because I had an idea for an ending, Because the best stories have to have a great ending. So, to me, you at least need to have some idea of where that ending is. Because, while it's not always about the journey or the destination still needs to exist. And it feels like this really did not have the destination very well in mind. Okay. Which is what I think this is. Yes, Forgotten Realms is D&D, yeah. Except in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is just a mess, honestly. Absolute mess. Okay. The ending is with my players dead. I mean, a lot of campaigns do that. But, like, yeah, it's just, like... I enjoyed it ultimately. It had a lot of problems, but let's be honest, this module also... This was not designed by Obsidian. So I would like don't let that module's ending or anything like that. Doesn't reflect Obsidian. And I wouldn't say it was bad either. It's just the module, like the ending was shit. The ending was shit. It tried to be like, look at how complex everything was, and like it really wasn't. Rocks Fall, fuck you guys. Hey, that's the ending to the first module of this game. That's the ending to the main story. Oh, fuck. That's funny. Yeah. I still think ultimately, like, we're not going to start a new game. This one right here, this is the best part of this entire game. Mask of the Betrayer, this is why I think people play. The base campaign's good as well. They should have used their own villain. Yeah, like they should have painted up like they should have established a fucking villain, not just at the very end. Like, oh, here's Orbach, which now makes sense. It's a prominent lore character, but it's like if you threw Drizzt, I believe that's how you say his name, as like a prominent character at the very end of a module, but nothing else in the module even remotely referenced Drizzt. And like, for those that don't know, that's a very prominent character in D&D lore. It's a name that I at least know of. But if they just threw that in, like, if you don't know who that character is, you'd just be like, oh, cool. Thanks, I guess. Or if they helped you or something. Yeah, exactly. Or like if you saw the Panther or something. Now, if you know the character, you're going to be like, oh, shit. It's kind of like how the reference to the barbarian minx and his gerbil Boo or Blue. Like, if you know the character, thanks to Baldur's Gate 3, I did. That's a really cool reference in this module. But if you don't, then this just seems like some dude is fucking rambling. Boo, they call him Blue in this. So yeah, Boo. It makes sense because they also spell his name wrong. It's supposed to be an allusion to him. But yeah, like, if you know it, that's cool. If you don't, it just seems like, the ramblings of a fucking bum. So I don't know. Ultimately, my analysis, the base game holds up. Base game was a lot of fun. Loved it through and through. The ending always sucks, but it is what it is. Loved this. Mask of the Betrayer, best module there is. We love this. No notes. Wish it was longer. Yeah. Storms of Zahir, interesting concepts, gameplay-wise. Story-wise, it sucked. Story was awful. Another case of they had a good start, didn't know where it was going. The coolest part was Volo was in it. Volothomp, who we also see in Baldur's Gate 3. Because I know he's a prominent character in lore, just like the fucking wizard that he references. And then Mysteries of Westgate. This was made by a second developer. This was not made by Obsidian. It was pretty neat. Ending sucked. Rest of it, pretty cool. Pretty nice short story. So, okay. All in all, I would say this is probably, if you swap these two around, Storms of Zahir and Mystery of Westgate, I think that's basically the quality. Maybe put Mask of the Betrayer above Neverwinter Nights 2, but you can't really do this without Neverwinter Nights 2. And just so folks are aware, there is an ad break coming up in just about 20 seconds. It's the usual 3-minute ad break. It happens once every hour. But we'll be right here, and we're going to be swapping to No Man's Sky. I know I said I was going to end stream and then restart it. I can just cut the ending, so like it's fine. I can just do a little extra work. So people don't gotta. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Should I just end it? And hey there, Berlanti, welcome on in. And yeah, Volo's in it. He plays a fun part. It's cool. It was cool to see him. Should I just restart it? I don't know. Throwing boo at people's faces. Oh, that's awesome. You started Clear Obscure? Hell yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. It's a wild ride. Hopefully nothing's been spoiled for you. But yeah, with all that said and done, I think we are going to restart it because I want to keep this VOD separate ultimately, and I'm going to change the title and everything. I think that brings us to the end of Neverwinter Nights 2. You made it to the Gestural Village? Hell yeah, man. You're in for a real treat. That game's amazing. Had to listen to the song to get Sometimes that's what you got to do, Vixie. Absolutely. I don't know what happens if you end stream during an ad break, so I guess I need to let that play out. I've never done that. Having such a good time already. I knew you would. If you liked Nier Automata, you're gonna like. If you like stories like that, you're gonna love Clear Obscure. It's not even a shadow of a doubt in my mind, man. But yeah, this game was fun to play. It was a nice little nostalgia trip for me. Because, you know, as I've said before, I played this game when I was a child or a teenager. You know, I've got the fucking, I guess I can finally put it up, but I've got the fucking complete edition right here. I loved it. But it's definitely, its age definitely shows. And the enhanced edition really wasn't enhanced at all. In fact, I really think that was a lot of false advertising. So if you didn't already own a game or version of this online, you really got fucked, I think. But if you've never played it before, you think it's worth trying, you like these kind of games, I definitely recommend it. There's also, like, people have made modules for it. People have made their own campaigns you can download. They're fun, etc. Time for your edition of Telephone. Well, I don't know if you're going to reach me. Or reach my telephone, Vixen. That's the best you're getting out of me. Have you tried Owlcat Games Pathfinder games? No, I've heard it, like Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, I believe. Yeah, no, I've heard of them. If I recall right, they have the isometric camera view, kind of like Pillars of Eternity, which is another game I've tried to play, and I can't do it. If I don't have control of the camera, like it's hard. So not. Maybe one day I might play Path of the Righteous. And hey, Tibbers, welcome on in. Yeah, you have mentioned it before. Microwave's dying. Ooh. Spot a replacement at the shop, maybe? Can rotate the camera. Well, maybe it might be something one day, but it's not one that I have my sights on anytime soon. You know what I mean? These kind of games are they take a good bit for me to dig into. Baldur's Gate 3, I jumped into it because the hype, and it was worth it. It was good. This was my childhood at work, and it's but yeah, maybe if I get feeling the need for a Neverwinter Nights game, but I don't want to play Neverwinter Nights, I might look at that. Okay. Is the Kitsune who she forgot she was a Kitsune? Oh, that is pretty funny. All right. Well, yeah, it's possible. It's possible one day. All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to end stream. Get him to play. I will never drink on stream. That is a promise. I will never drink on stream. I've not drank really in like 10 years. And I can promise you I'm not drinking on stream. Moment of chaos in my day. 3-year-old shoved Play-Doh in his nose. Oh my God, Katie, I'm so sorry. Real quick though, I'm gonna end stream. And I'm going to restart the stream in a minute. If you don't got to do anything, I don't even know if you'll have to reload, but I'll post in a moment to reload. We're probably going to lose some lurkers.
Goodbye, little Willie and Ozzy Open. Mwah! And good night. Bye.
Well, good night to you, Charlie. Hope you sleep well, bud. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hope you sleep well. Take it easy. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Hope you have a good one. And we'll okay.
Goodbye, little Willie and Ozzy Open. Mwah! And good night. Bye.
That's getting put on a cooldown. All right. Goodbye for about 5 seconds as I swap it to No Man's Sky. Please, go ahead and reload afterwards. Apologies apologies to any lurkers who, it might not reload for you. It is what it is. But we'll be back with, please don't. I can only take so many interruptions from that. It's loud in my ear. Yeah, we're going to launch up with No Man's Sky vibe and head out into space. So I'll be right back one moment. If you're here only for Neverwinter Nights 2, I hope you enjoyed it. We play some RPGs, more of a cozy gamer, but we do play some RPGs. We will play more down the line. And if you're here to just hang out, well, I'll see you here in a minute. Be right back.